Alrighty there, folks. Hello there. This is Alan recording another comprehensive Magic the Gathering Arena draft video. And what a surprise! Yeah, Watsy was kind enough to provide us Premier Draft Dominaria, which has just came out yesterday. And yeah, having a lot of fun doing Dominaria. In terms of success rate, it's been kind of hit or miss. I've usually got, most of the time I just get up to 4 wins, and I can't really break through that point since the games tend to be grindy, and the power level of the uncommons and some of the rares can definitely swing the game. But yeah, here we are now, 4 years after this set, and it's still legendary, and they're featuring it back on the Magic the Gathering Arena. Yeah, in terms of, which set is better, Neon Dynasty and Dominaria. Obviously, I think Neon Dynasty is an upgrade and improvement over Dominaria since it took 4 years to get to the point where we are now. Either way, I think both sets are excellent and they're both really close. And yeah, Kamigawa's going to be an all-timer. Dominaria will always be an all-timer, of course. And this was my first Magic set that introduced me to this awesome card game. So anyways, I did pay for a draft already, so we'll begin. Let's do some Dominaria. And looking at the statistics now, I've kind of changed my opinion on some of the cards. I used to think white was the worst color, and I used to think this format is just nothing but a grind fest. Which, is true to a certain extent, but I think people do underrate the aggressive white decks. So far, looking at the data, the improved data here, in 2022. This was 4 years after Dominaria was released, because Dominaria was released on April 2018. Green and red are actually kind of the worst colors, in fact, looking at the statistics. But we'll see what we end up drafting. Let's begin. Alrighty then, Pack 1, Pick 1, Premier Draft Dominaria. We are drafting this legendary set. Again, what do you have to find pleasure of opening? Okay, 2 excellent, great uncommons here, Elfhame Druid and the Adelaise Descenderwind. Adelaise is one of the highest performing uncommons in the set, and I think it is actually number 1 in terms of the highest performing uncommons. So I wouldn't mind first picking a multicolor card, but Elfhame Druid is also really awesome. There's a lot of powerful spells you can ramp out in green in this format. A lot of things that common with Kicker, including most notably the Saproling Migration, Baloth Gorger, etc. So it's really between these two. The best common here is probably Yavimai Sapper. But according to the data, Adelaise Descenderwind is the best performing uncommon, and it is multicolor, but that's totally fine because blue-red is the best deck in the format. Red is not a particularly amazing color, but when it's paired with blue, it just has a lot of great, awesome synergy. Blue is the best color in this format, so it just pairs well with any other color. So if you go blue-green, blue-black, blue-red, or even blue-white, they're all really awesome decks. But we'll take Adelaise here. Just according to data, I want to lean towards the blue-red Wizards deck as much as possible. So following up Adelaise Descenderwind, we have some options here. We have Wizards Retort, better in a more controlling deck. So in like blue-black, it's going to be at its best, but not at its best with Adelaise. There's Run Amok, which is also plays very well in the aggressive Wizards deck, but I think it could just be too early to pick one up here. And then Voldalian Arcanist is nice if you're playing, again, a more blue controlling deck. Most likely adds home in the blue-black deck, which is looking to cast expensive spells. I could just take the best common here, being Vicious Offering. I think it's early enough that I could just end up taking it here. Immortal Genius is also a card I want to maybe pick up later, assuming blue is open. But even though I first pick Adelaise, I don't necessarily want to force it. I think the commons are definitely weaker than Vicious Offering. And if I was to take some of the Wizard cards here, they lead to a better, more controlling deck, which Adelaise wants to be in a more aggressive deck. So the cards that would make the most sense with Adelaise would be the Run Amok or the Warlord's Fury. As I say that, we get past Imbolus's Clutches, the best blue uncommon, and also one of the best uncommons in the set, if not the... It's definitely top 5 uncommons, along with things like Icy Manipulator and Fight with Fire. So it's going to be my pick here. Also seeing a Cloud Reader Strings Sphinx get past me. I think this is the second best blue common in the set. Although Academy Journey Mage and Cloud Reader Sphinx are both close. Academy Journey Mage fits better in much more aggressive tempo-oriented, heavily synergistic Wizards tribal. deck in blue-red, but Cloud Reader Sphinx is also just an awesome curve topper, and the Scry 2 is almost essentially drawing a card in the late game. So it's kind of insane to see a pick 3 in Bolus's clutches, so I have no idea what the person to my right is passing me. But we'll take one of the best uncommons in the set, and it goes along pretty much with either our blue-black strategy or blue-red. And then the one we're going to pick up the best common in the set, which is Skittering Surveyor here. It's just important to even if in a two-color deck, the Skittering Surveyor is still just a very good card. The fact that it can allow maybe you to splash and hit your land drops is pretty important. If I want to go all in with Adeliz, I would probably take the Gitu Lava Runner here as a nice one-drop wizard that plays along with the aggressive strategy in blue-red. But I think it's enough of a drop-off in power level that I'd rather just take the flexible card, and who knows, maybe blue-red isn't open, we can still end up maybe like blue-black. And then we can maybe end up like multicolor, Skittering Surveyor allowing us to splash. And either way, the fact that it hits our land drops is nice too. And then speaking of legendary sorceries, they're not very easy to cast, so they're usually cards that go pretty late, since you require a legendary creature or planeswalker, which is not the easiest thing to do in this set. But I'll take a Skittering Surveyor. So that's a pretty insane pick 5 settle the score. So it could be a sign that the blue-black control deck is open. And then if we can wheel like the Wizard's Retort or even the Memorial to Genius or the Vodalian Arcanist in the Impact 1 Pick 2, that would be awesome. So this is a good removal spell. Mesa Unicorn, also a top performing white common. It could possibly be the best white common, not sure. Between this, Blessed Light, Pegasus Courser, and the Call to Calvary, it's pretty good. Sapperling Migration and Grow from the Ashes are top green commons as well, depending on the type of deck you want to draft. But I'm just going to take Settle the Score, given that we have a Vicious Offering, and take it from there. So we did first pick Adeliz, but we didn't. We're probably going to end up in the blue-black control deck, given that we're not seeing a ton of good red. Although seeing a pretty late Gitu Chronicler here. Although Gitu Chronicler plays better in a control deck. It's not necessarily great in the deck with Adeliz. Like, you could still do it. Maybe you can end up in a more controlling deck with Adeliz as one of your few aggressive cards, but it's better off in a more controlling deck anyways, like red-black control, where you're looking to get your removal spells. So I could just be tempted to just take an opt here, because in Bolus's clutches is a good sign that maybe blue is open, and it's just enough more powerful that we just take an opt, and opt is great in this set. It's also great with Adeliz, so we'll take an opt here. And then there's this pack. The best card here is Wild Onslaught. Okay, I could stretch it here and just take Wild Onslaught. Otherwise, Keldon Raider could be okay if we end up blue-red. The black cards aren't great. Or I can just take a Blood Tallow Candle. Wild Onslaught is great, but you need to pick up a bunch of Sapperlings to go with it. It's good for like a go-wide strategy, like white-green and green-black. So far, we did pass up some Sapperlings, and I think it's a little bit too late, I think. So if we're going to end up in a blue-black control deck, potentially, we probably just want to take a Blood Tallow Candle. If we pick up Rona, it's a fine historic artifact we can get back. And then it is expensive for the 6 mana ability, but if we're going to play a long and grindy game, we can eventually get there. So I'll take a Blood Tallow Candle, and wow, an excellent 2-drop with Knight of Malice. Adds best in a white-black historic aggro deck, since this can constantly get the +1/+0 bonus more consistently, but still an excellent 2-drop that I'm happy to play in any black deck, since a 2/2 for a striker is a really good blocker. The hexproof from white can come up often, and just an excellent 2-drop. Also, Windgrace Acolyte can be kind of cool if we pick up some soul salvages, but we'll take a Knight of Malice here, so probably going to end up base black from what it seems like, and maybe end up blue-black, since Embolish Clutches is just too powerful. And then in case we need some sort of aggressive black card, we can take the Stronghold Confessor. You can always kick it as a 4/4 menace. Not an exciting card, but still going to take it over, I guess, Rescue, which is kind of filler. And then here, nothing amazing. The equipments aren't very good. Like, sure, you can play them in like an aggressive deck, but they're just kind of whatever. This can maybe bounce a historic permanent. I don't know. I'll just take a Warlord's Fury. There's a chance we can still end up blue-red somehow. I'm not sure. And it just plays really well with Adeliz. Or maybe the packs are just drying up and there's nothing going. Looking at the data, funny enough, Knight of New Benalia is actually one of the top-performing white commons. The one toughness is a bit of an issue since it runs badly into Sapperlings and also dies to fungal infection. So I don't really think the data matches up, and I don't want to go accordingly completely to data. So I'll just take a Sergeant Arms instead, which I think is a better card. And then, not sure here, could just take a Random Rescue. Rampaging Cyclops is medium. I guess we still end up blue-red. I don't mind like a 4-drop blocker. And then pretty late Fungal Infection, pretty nice, pick 13. So good sign that black is the most open color, seeing some of these cards pass to us. And then Night of Malice and Fungal Infection pretty late. So we'll see. It looks like the Grixis colors are kind of what we're staring at. And then in this pack, there's the best card here is Slimefoot by Miles. This card's a bomb. And we do have a Skittering Surveyor, which can potentially splash for it. So I'm going to take it here. It's a Mythic Uncommon. Even outside of a Fungus deck, if you can cast it, in the late game you can just crap out a bunch of Sapperlings and then maybe use them to chump block, gain life. So it's really difficult. It's a must-answer threat. There's an excellent 2-drop with Knight of Grace, and then at common, there's a Skittering Surveyor. If this was pack 1, pick 1, I would definitely slam Slimefoot over Skittering Surveyor due to the fact that it has a lot of potential. But my second pick could just be Skittering Surveyor just to allow these powerful splashes. The fixing is pretty bad in this format, but there's a lot of powerful uncommons to splash for. So Slimefoot is definitely one of them, but we have a Skittering Surveyor already. So let's snatch it up. Let's splash a green maybe in our blue-black control deck. We'll see. As I say that, no blue cards outside of one Syncopate. Could take a second Skittering Surveyor, I guess. Second Skittering Surveyor can help us splash Slimefoot more readily. Otherwise, if we decide to move into black-red control, we could take a Shivan Fire here and hopefully wield a Garna. Given that we really want to splash this Slimefoot, I think I'm just going to take a second Skittering Surveyor. 2 copies never hurt. And if you're able to consistently draw them, then you can get the Slimefoot going. And, I mean, in terms of either being blue-black or blue-red, I'd rather be in blue-black, looking at the quality of the, looking at this Bolus's Clutches. Syncopate could also be reasonable, but I think I still rather have the second Skittering Surveyor, so we'll take it here. And then there's this pack, which doesn't have much, unfortunately. There's Arvod, which is the best card. I guess if I somehow end up in green-black still, I could maybe take the Baloth Gorger and try something kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't have any white cards, so I don't really feel the need to take an Arvod and dip my toes into this. Either way, it's still just a good card, but it's not like incredible or anything. I guess I'll just take the Baloth Gorger. The red cards here are pretty medium. The cards here are also pretty medium in general. I think the best card in this pack is Memorial to Glory, and I don't really want to take it. Navigator's Compass can be kind of cute too, but when you have double Skittering Surveyor, I don't think it's necessary. So just take a Baloth Gorger. Maybe this is just a complete miss of a pack. As we see some excellent black commons here, which I'm going to take here. We're going to take Calico Skin Witch, excellent 2-drop blocker, and then in the late game making them discard 2 is great. So in terms of color power rankings, blue and black definitely stand out as the top colors. Blue more than black, but black also is really deep at common. Soul Salvage is kind of like their Divination. Their commons range from Eviscerate, Vicious Offering, Deathloom Thallid, Soul Salvage, Calico Skin Witch, even Fungal Infection. So black has a lot of great commons. Yargo is kind of cute, but Historic is not amazing by any means. The Historic decks are mostly just aggressive, good stuff decks. So we'll take it here, and then could just take our Soul Salvage. Pretty late Sarah Angel. So I have no idea what this pod is doing. There's also the Spore Swarm, which could synergize with Slimefoot, but it might not be necessary. Also, Grow from the Ashes can maybe allow us to kick and splash some things. But maybe I'm down to just take our first copy of Soul Salvage so we can maybe get back some of our key creatures, which can be pretty important in any black deck. At least having your first copy, I think, is pretty important. And we know we're in black, but we don't know our secondary color yet. We're leaning towards either green or blue, or even white if we keep seeing these cards late. So I don't think I'm going to stretch it with a Grow. We have double Skittering already, so let's take a Soul Salvage here. Stay open and see what we can do. Seeing a pretty late Wild Onslaught is kind of tempting. I guess there's a Dark Bargain. There's also a Thallid Omnivore, which plays well with Slimefoot. Yeah, Wild Onslaught is very good, but when you don't have a ton of Sapperlings, it's just very medium. So I could just be tempted to take the Thallid Omnivore if we're going to move into black-green instead. Dark Bargain is okay, but we can maybe pick up one layer. Well, I'll take the Thallid Omnivore here over Wild Onslaught. If I already have a bunch of Sapperlings, then the Wild Onslaught would be amazing, but I don't have any at common, so we'll just take it. And then there's this pack. Could take a second Soul Salvage to grind more. I guess we could even take a second, maybe a Mammoth Spider as a fine 5-drop if we move into this black-green deck. I guess Jousting Lance can be kind of cute if we have more Sapperlings. I could just be tempted to take second Soul Salvage. We're just going to be this incredible grind deck maybe. And having 2 copies could be nice. And then a pretty late Calico Skin Witch pick 8 is a gift. So that's awesome. And a card you should play around in this format is obviously the Caligo Skin Witch. So when you're expecting if the opponent has black mana and they're expecting to get to turn 6, you need to sandbag maybe a land or so in your hand, or grab a couple of recursion spells. This pick doesn't really matter. Fair Abomination is okay, but could easily see myself not playing it. And then yeah, we're seeing some late green cards still. Frozen Druid can be pretty nice to kick, especially in a grindy deck. Gaining to 10 life could be better than Howling Golem, which could be detrimental sometimes. But we'll take a Frozen Druid. So it looks like Black-Green is pretty open from what it looks like. We already have our Feral. I guess we'll just sure it up with, I don't know, a Primordial Worm. Highly doubt I'll be playing any of these. Maybe I just take the random combat trick. Not sure. So Black-Green looks really open from the pod. I guess we can maybe try to attempt to splash for the Impulse's Clutches, given how powerful it is. It is double blue, so it's not going to be easy. Even got late Mammoth Spider, but Black-Green looks awesome as we open up Eviscerate, one of the top commons in the set. I still think I would take Blink of an Eye. I would consider Skittering Surveyor into Blink of an Eye and then Eviscerate in terms of power rankings. Grand Warlord Rada, it could be splashable too, but better in a much more aggressive deck. We're just looking to grind and outvalue, and then, yeah, Eviscerate looks awesome, so I'll take it here. I mean, we did see great green in the late pack. Wow, we got past a second Impulse's Clutches. Okay, I think maybe it seems kind of interesting. And there's also Tatyova in this pack as well, so a lot of busted stuff. It's between really these two, I think. Yeah, I guess for my right-hand side, blue's more open, but for my left-hand side, green is more open. So it's kind of an interesting spot we want to be here. Probably just take a second Impulse's Clutches and then just splash Slimefoot. I mean, Tatyova is excellent too. But I don't know. Maybe there's a chance we wheel this if no one wants this. And then yeah, since we're already splashing for Slimefoot, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go out of my way to do another one. But I'll take a Impulse's Clutches here, and then hopefully end up blue. And we see a Blink of an Eye, pick 3, excellent. So it looks like blue-black splashing Slimefoot is kind of the place to be. So yeah, it's kind of interesting when you draft sometimes. And wow, Eldest Reborn, one of the best uncommons in the set. I would definitely slam dunk this over Skittering Surveyor. Death Bloomthal would also be pretty reasonable too as a good 3-drop. Even in a non-fungus deck, it's just trades well in this format. And then the 1/1 Saproling it leaves behind is pretty useful at chump blocking or dealing with 1 toughness. But I'll take a Eldest Reborn here. This is kind of insane, so we are set up for this nice, powerful blue-black control deck. And if we even wheel the Tatyova, we can splash both Slimefoot and Tatyova, which can be kind of fun. So we'll see. I forgot what I took the Thal Omnivore over, but it's not going to be amazing in blue-black control, so I'm going to put it in the sideboard for now. But it probably didn't matter, but I need to probably look over the draft to see what I took. But yeah, blue-black is looking good as I see a Thal Omnivore pick. I mean, Deathbloom Thallid pick 5, so maybe the Thallid Omnivore can maybe make the cut since we have a bit of fungus synergy in this format. In the set, we can even sacrifice Skittering Surveyors. I have to unfortunately pass up an Allies as the best card, but blue-red is not open, so we'll take a Deathbloom Thallid. And then, yeah, I could see a Merfolk Trickster, which is actually one of the top-performing uncommons in the set too. Yeah, I could just be tempted to take this. It is double blue, though, but we do have fixing with the Skittering Surveyors. It's much more better in a more aggressive deck. But it's enough better than Dark Bargain, I think, that I'm just going to take it. And then Eldest Reborn pick 7 is kind of insane, so we are doing it. This card is like a 3-for-1, and it's pretty nutty. Don't think I'm splashing for Shivan since Slimefoot's already our splash, so I'll take second Fungal Infection. It's a nice combat trick and still really strong. So yeah, this deck is just looking to grind, outvalue the opponents. And then if I pick up some other creatures that can synergize with Eldest Reborn, that would be nice. I could see myself even playing a Tolarian Scholar as just a random blocker on turn 3. I guess there's this card, which to me kind of cute, but it is kind of clunky. Like I guess you had to cast Eldest Reborn, cast this to bounce this back, but I'll take a Tolarian Scholar. Probably just take a Divination now as another nice 2-for-1, and then maybe we can cut the Candle or even Scholar. We'll see. We probably don't need a Scholar, it's kind of weak. And we don't really have any Wizard synergy in this deck. So yeah, this deck looks awesome. Looks like a nice, easy 17 lands. And even a Dark Bargain pick 12 is kind of insane. So I'll take it here, and then Befuddle is also a nice sideboard option if it was best out of 3. Pretty like G2 Chronicler, but I can see why it's not amazing in blue-red. It's just so slow. It's better in like a grindy or control deck. Like I guess in our deck it would make sense to have G2 Chronicler, but again, our the blue just seemed a little more deep. So, all right, there's this pack. So probably just fine with one force with all these Skittering Surveyors. And then in terms of mana base, fine, maybe going 9/7 here. Yeah, I probably don't want to be heavy blue. Even if I need double blue of these, the Skittering Surveyors can maybe help fix. Although the Skittering Surveyors' first priority is to grab a forest, and I guess this is still 24 playable, so I need to make one more cut. Man, I'm kind of liking all these cards. I could maybe cut a Soul Salvage, maybe, since we don't have that many creatures to get back, like 8 creatures. We're mostly going to just end up stealing their creatures anyways. So I guess a Soul Salvage can maybe go. In terms of our interaction, we have double Embolsis Clutches, which is going to be huge. Blood Tallow Candle, Settle the Score, Eviscerate, double Fungal Infection, and I guess Blink of an Eye, and to a lesser extent, Merfolk Trickster, and Vicious Offering. So we have a ton of removal. I think what we're kind of lacking is kind of win conditions. I guess the Eldest Reborn can kind of reanimate something. So I could be tempted to just cut this second Soul Salvage here, since it doesn't seem particularly amazing. Like, sure, it can get back, like, Slimefoot, but again, the Eldest Reborn can get back a creature card from our graveyard anyways. So probably don't need a second Soul Salvage here. And then in terms of removal, the Blood Tallow Candle is definitely the weakest one. And then so I can maybe add in another win condition in this deck, just to have a little bit more beef and spice and ability to dish out some damage and hold the fort. And then what's going to be, it's probably going to be one of the black cards here over Tolarian Scholar, since these just have better stats in the long run. And we already have some decent solid plays on turn 3 anyways. So let's see, let's rearrange our deck again. This is going to be a 6 mana spell, 4 mana, 4 mana, 4 mana, 4 mana to kick, and this is like 7 mana. I mean, we have a lot of interaction, so I can even see myself cutting this, to be honest. And then, yeah, we probably don't mind just throwing in a random, like, Pharaoh Abomination, or I guess Thallid Omnivore and Stronghold Confessor can be a consideration. Let's see here. We definitely need more creatures in this deck, but I guess if we add some creatures in this Soul Salvage, it gets worse. But again, we have double Eldest Reborn to do our thing. So, in terms of creatures, which one do we want here? Stronghold Confessor is fine, but it's better off in a more aggressive deck. We're not, again, necessarily aggressive by any means, since the menace doesn't really matter. I could see maybe taking the Thallid Omnivore. We can always keep up the sack ability at instant speed. And then it also plays nicely with Slimefoot. Calico Skin Witches can be sacrificed as well. And I should also consider the Calico Skin Witch as a potential 6-drop as well, so I probably don't want a Pharaoh Abomination in this deck, to be honest. So, yeah, sometimes you just gotta arrange your deck by the kicker. Merfolk Trickster's not gonna be easy, but I still think it's a reasonable card, looking at the 17 land stats. I mean, I think this is at its best in a more aggressive blue temple-oriented deck, but I'm still gonna play it just because. Maybe I do just run a Soul Salvage here, because I might want to reanimate the opponent's creature and not necessarily mine. Yeah, we're not an aggressive deck. We're just trying to play defense, and then just cast our big bombs in the late game, and just try to take over the game. So, yeah, we should be fine in the early game, I think. We have enough interaction. So, probably just going to take a Soul Salvage here. And then just call it, I think. Again, it is really awkward in our deck, though. Maybe I just run another removal. But it is just so damn expensive. Like, I just don't even like this card. Or I just do run, or I just run a Stronghold Confessor anyways. Just as a random 4 mana 3/3. Maybe that's fine. It's not an amazing card in our deck, but it's still like a 4 mana 3/3 that can maybe help us close out. Although the stat line is just so underwhelming, and it's not like it's difficult to block at all. Whereas a Thallid Omnivore in the late game with Slimefoot could also be good. You know what, let's just throw in a Soul Salvage. I don't know. This could just end up as a dead card in our hand most of the time. But it could be nice just fetching back Slimefoot. Like, there's a chance we don't drop the Eldest Reborn, or we have to reanimate something else from the opponent's graveyard, and we want to reanimate, I mean, not reanimate, but fetch back Slimefoot and something else. So we'll try this. I could even go 16 lands, but I think we're just going to go 17 lands just to be safe, since we're kind of mana hungry. We have a lot of 4-drops. So let's give this a shot. Alright. Domination in Bolas's clutches. Yep, let's do this. And blue-black is definitely one of the best decks in the format. It's not better than it's worse than black-red and I think black-green Saproings when it comes together, but it's still like number 3 or number 4. I don't know. Alright, this hand is kind of awkward. I guess Giving Surveyor can find us our black mana and we're on the play. So, you know what? We'll try it. And then even if he has like a 1-drop, we can just take it out later. And being on the play makes it more likely that we just deploy, we'll be fine for the most part. Eldest Reborn is not great against Sapling tokens, but it's still a really good card, so you still play it. I wish we had Rona to get it back or some way to flicker Eldest Reborn. Ooh, early Stronghold Confessor, so the opponent is playing an aggressive strategy. Alright, so it would have been nice to have at least a Fungal Infection, but we'll take 1 for now. And then we'll play our Skirting Surveyor next turn and find our Swamp. And hopefully Fungal Infection this, so he doesn't have to stack it to the Eldest Reborn. So green-black, mostly a Sapling strategy, but it seems like the opponent is going for an aggressive strategy. This takes 3 mana to equip, so yeah, we can definitely mess him up if he tries to equip next turn. He does get to dish out some damage, but we get to blow out his entire turn if he decides to equip, and then we can just take over the game that way. Trust me, if In Bolas's Clutches wasn't in the pack, I would definitely take Tatiova. Alright, there's this. So this is very interesting. So I'll probably just run out the Swamp here. I could run out the Knight of Malice, which can block the Deathbloom Thallid very well, and maybe keep a Blink of an Eye. Or I can maybe Fungal Infection the 1/1 and then double block the Deathbloom Thallid. Both are reasonable. I think given that this has first strike, maybe I just deploy it out, since this is going to be used at instant speed, which can be awkward. And either way, if I Fungal Infection and I need to use Blink of an Eye, I still don't really get to I still don't really get to kick the Blink of an Eye to draw a card. I mean, the Fungal Infection could also maybe set up a Eldest Reborn, but if I'm looking to double block, he makes a token anyways, which isn't that great. So I'm gonna just play the Knight of Malice, and this is really nice. So we'll say go, and then we can even double block the Stronghold Confessor or bounce the Jousting Lance. Pre-combat, we'll see. I guess I can bounce the Jousting Lance when he tries to equip and then block to get a free kill. So if he's going to take his whole turn to do that. The sad thing is I'm not going to end up kicking my Blink of an Eye. Okay. Sure. That's an interesting attack, so I could just block the 3/2, honestly. I could also just blink the Jousting Lance for what it's worth and then block the 3/2. Not sure here. Let's think. So I probably just want to use Blink of an Eye here. And then I guess I could just bounce the Stronghold Confessor, but he can kick it later, which can be kind of awkward. So now, you know what, let's just do this. Let's just blink the Jousting Lance. And we'll take 1 and then first strike away the 3/2. And then I guess we'll just cast Eldest Reborn under tokens, or use a Fungal Infection for next turn. I'm down to just Eldest Reborn, honestly. Like, he's going to have 2 tokens anyway, so you might as well do it. And then I'm fine smashing for 4. And then we can just reanimate his Deathbloom Thallid or whatever he discards. So I don't get to get value off a Blink of an Eye, but it's still maybe the right play. Alright, I could maybe steal the Juggernaut too. And I could do that just to be mana efficient, honestly. Or I can just exile this. Is there any scary bombs that I need to be aware of? I mean, this is just mana efficient and I can still kill his bombs, so let's just do this and just attack. And I guess I can bring back his Lingering Phantom next turn, but I guess he can just cast a Historic spell and buy this back, but I can just get back the Deathbloom Thallid, so either way, I think we're in a really good spot here. I can even Fungal Infection the Stronghold Confessor. And then if he wants to get back the Lingering Phantom, then he can't equip to hold off the 5/3, so he'll have to take a lot of damage. Whisper, alright, interesting. Whisper is an interesting card. But we can get his Deathblooms out next turn, which is really awesome, so we get to reanimate. And then I guess I could even opt here to see what's up. Omnivore isn't bad. Yeah, we could just play an Omnivore this turn. I don't think there's any board wipes in black or green. And then we can move to combat. Maybe I'm fine sending the Scaring Surveyor, since if he blocks, I can use Fungal Infection to finish it off. Yeah, let's just do that. I don't really mind. And then the Sapperling tokens can help the Thallid Omnivore this turn as well, so yeah, this game is about over, I think. We just had every answer against this opponent, so yeah. Dominaria does reward you for knowing the set, since there's a lot of crappy commons in this set. Once you see you can see like most of the commons in this format are just pretty unplayable to a certain extent, or just really bad and horrendous that you kind of need to it really rewards you for knowing what archetypes are open, what the best decks are, etc. Neon Dynasty does as well, but Neon Dynasty's commons are a lot deeper. Even in like the worst color, which I think is white, after Spirited Companion and Imperial Oath, like even some though lesser white commons like Intercessor's Arrest, Era of Enlightenment, and the Golden Tail Disciple are still fine cards to include. Whereas Dominaria kind of just has a lot of really crappy cards you want to kind of avoid, so it really rewards you for knowing the set. Alright, so let's see. Well, we have a turn 1 Fungal Infection, but then we don't have a whole lot going. This is really expensive, so I think it's actually just a mulligan. Alright, this hand's okay. We could maybe bomb the Opt, or the Opt can get us another land. Either way, I think we just bottom a land or an Opt, and then I'm thinking just bottom, I don't know, a land, and then we can opt for a land. Actually, it's the same thing. Let's just bomb the Opt. It's not optimal. That was a pun, and that was intended. Alright, why do people do this? I don't really believe in this play. I mean, I'm still going to Fungal Infection in main phase. Yeah, why do people do this? It's just so bad. And I don't know if I want to round out the Skin Witch. If he's hyper-aggressive, then I will. But if not, I'll save it for kicker. But we'll attack for 1, and then, yeah, we're not trying to play an aggressive game plan, so no reason to put a 1/3 body to hit him for 2 a turn. So red-black is also just grindy. Alright, and there's our Soul Salvage, which can be really weird if we can't get anything back from the graveyard. And we'll see go. Thallid Soothsayer, pretty powerful. I could just exile it now, honestly. Or I can save this for something else and then use the Eldest Reborn on it. Like if he doesn't play another card, we probably just want an Eldest Reborn. I could exile this, but I do want to target Eldest Reborn if he doesn't have anything, so I'm just going to say go. And just take 2. There's no ninjutsu in this set, so I don't have to worry about not blocking. And then if he passes a turn, the Eldest Reborn is going to be pretty good. Alright, yeah, let's just drop the Eldest Reborn. I guess I could have sold this and then killed this, but obviously I wouldn't have known. Let's just Eldest Reborn here. And then we'll see what he stacks. Alright, that's good. And then we'll see go, and then we can bring back the Thallid Soothsayer, and it's going to be pretty nice with some of our Sapperling synergies. And yeah, aggressive decks aren't really well rewarded in this format since there's just so much 2-for-1s going on, and then all the best cards are kind of late game cards. Not saying aggro can't get there, but it's just not really amazing. Alright, I'll just kick a Skin Witch. Getting that nice juicy 2-for-1. And then we can bring back the Without Soothsayer, which can stack our Fungus token to draw a card. He can also sack this to get back a creature, but that's a ton of mana. Ooh, Kazarov. Okay, so he's probably going to get back Kazarov eventually. Ooh, Splashes and Garnet. That's really nice. Okay. Alright, that's nice. Should have maybe thought about that, but that's fine. I can still get back the Thalsuser. Decides to get back a Stronghold over a Thalid. Very interesting. I'll take 5. I guess in response he can sack it to prevent me from getting the creature, but he decides to be aggressive and kicking Stronghold Confessor instead. Fair enough. And then, yeah, let's just get the Thalid Soothsayer. So now I can keep up Merfolk Trickster and also a Blink of an Eye and instant speed. I can always use this when he attacks to get rid of his I could also settle the score. I guess I want to maybe tap down the flyer to get out of the way. Not sure here. We're just gonna say go. I might need to settle for the Kazarov, but it's gonna take a long time. So yeah, we'll see what he does here. So he decides to attack. I guess we just want to tap down the flyer. And we can soul salvage everything back. So I do want my maybe Caligo and Merfolk Trickster to end up in the graveyard. So we're going to move the blocks. Double block here. And then double block here. And if he has any run amucks, then we can blow him out with Blink of an Eye. So let's see what he does here. Tries to use Shivan Fire. I could just bounce this back to my hand, honestly. Or I can just sack it. I do lose the Caligo Skin Witch, but I can always soul salvage everything back. I can also bounce this, but then this still ends up dying. So in response, I think I'm just going to end up sacking my Merfolk Trickster. And then, let's see, before damage happens, I can also just sack the Caligo Skin Witch. And then I can also soul salvage both of them back, so getting some nice value there. Rat Colony, another filler card. So this game is looking good, and I can even steal Garna for what it's worth. Or I can soul salvage, and if I soul salvage, I guess I can get back the Trickster. Trickster can still tap down the 3/3, and that's about it. Yeah, I think I just want to clutch probably Garna here. And then we'll say go. I guess if I double block, he can put Garna in the graveyard and get her back, but I think I'm okay with that exchange as well. This is just to waste his time. And I can kick, and I can get back the Skin Witch and everything, so let's just do this. Yeah, it's just a grind fest here, grind galore. He is running black, so he could have his own potential Skin Witch. So I think I just keep one land in hand. I can even take out the 2/1 here. He can get back Garna. But again, that's a whole crap ton of mana, and I can even stack the Sapperling token end of turn. So yeah, let's just move to attack, and then probably fine attacking or not. I mean, we can still attack since I have Blink, and if he has a second Garna, I can still blow him out. So this is fine. And do I play around second Skin Witch? He would have used it if he had it right. And I can still sack both creatures to deny Skin Witch, so I'm just going to say go. So he's going to get back Garna, but decides not to. Okay, I guess it's just too much mana. But I can still sack the token end of turn or keep it around. And we can even kick the Skin Witch to make him discard 2. Decides to play out Keldon Raider, that's fine. Discards Kazarov, so I can make him discard his final cards. So do I sacrifice a token? Yeah, I think I do. And then I can still maybe Merfolk Trickster, we'll see. I guess I could have used it to chump first. We'll say go, and I could even Vicious Offering if I want to, so let's kick the Skin Witch. Bishop kept up double blue for the Trickster. That's really nice, and then we'll say go. I can even block this and use Vicious Offering. Or I can just double block for the hell of it. I guess I can chump and draw. Yeah, let's jump and draw. The Calico skin. The card advantage from this Soothsayer is really nice, so we just want to draw into our bigger bombs to try to end the game. Ooh, Josuvest. Alright, I gotta exile that. Josuvest does not mess around. So yeah, let's just exile it now. And then I can still blink of an eye. And just get rid of this. Let's not mess around here. And then probably find still running out land. And then, yeah, I guess I can always tap this down pre-combat for a turn. And then I can attack for 2, so yeah, let's not try to ambush this. Let's just tap it down. And then yeah, his Stout Soothsayer is just really awesome, providing me so much fuel. Could also Vicious Offering sack end of turn. Or I can just do it on his 3/3, or I can just run out Calico Skin Witch and do it again. Not sure here. I think we're just going to say go. I can always just chomp and use the Skin Witch. The Knight of Mouse is also really sweet here since I can just block the 4/3 here. I guess this still needs a permanent. So yeah, I guess I just run out the Skin Witch or not. I guess I don't want to run out the Skin Witch. We just want to chomp and then kill off the Thal Omnivore with Vicious Offering. Again, just keep playing that long, boring, grindy game. I guess we can even force this to sack. I'm not sure. I guess he wants this to die. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I'll just kick the Vicious Offering then. And I still blink of an eye in case something goes bad. And if he tries to Memorial to Folly, then I can make him discard. I guess he might main phase it. And then I'll make him discard 2. I'm hoping he actually main phases it so I can make him discard 2 more. I guess he's planning to get back Kazarov. I guess I can also just bounce this back to his hand end of turn and then kick the Skin Witch. Alright, that's fine. So now we can get rid of both of these. So I definitely don't want to bounce the Kazarov here. We just want to kick the Skin Witch. And then we can even chop and draw a card again, so. And then yeah, we can even attack for 4, so yeah, we're making it really rough for the opponent. Jump and stack, draw more. So yeah, this is a really fun deck. You can do some silly things in this format. So it could just main phase Dark Bargain here. Yeah, just grab Skittering Surveyor, grab land, and then probably find running out Skittering Surveyor, and then grabbing our Forest, and then we can still chump and stack it, and then eventually cast Slimefoot. So let's just do this, grab our Forest, run out the Forest, and then attack for 4 again, and we can still just chump and stack all day. And then next turn we can deploy Slimefoot and start making Saproling tokens. Decides to not use this Memorial to Folly, so he just wants to hit his lands. Opponent doesn't attack. Do I stack to still? I'm running pretty low on cards, so I think I'm just going to say go. And we pretty much have this game covered now, so we can just run out the Slimefoot instead. And then we can even start making tokens end of turn. And if he tries to respond, we can save it with blink of an eye. So yeah, I guess we just say go. Even if he casts his big bomb, I can just steal it. So I don't really care. Alright, there's his big bomb. He can cast it eventually, but this is still going to take forever. It's going to take one more land, but it's still, again, very expensive, so yeah, we'll just keep activating here. Can even opt. I think one opt could be fine. I just don't want to draw too many cards. Because again, the only way I can maybe end up losing is if it comes down to decking. So just run on Omnivore. And then we can just make even more tokens in a turn. If he drops Kazarov, we can also steal it. So yeah, I think we got this game in the bag. So let's congratulate our opponents. I mean, I don't have to be so rude, but he's just dead anyways. Yeah, I'm just being rude. Sorry, opponents. I'm just having too much fun here. Alright, we'll just impulse his clutches and swing. Dominaria drafts. They're so silly. Dominaria drafts can be silly sometimes. The aggressive white decks can I mean, white is also pretty deep in this format in terms of commons, actually. But the problem is that, you know, there's just too many 3 toughness 2 drops in this format that renders a lot of the 1 toughness creatures and the 2 powered creatures kind of the two powered 2 drops as kind of bad in this format, since everything can just easily get blocked. So unlike Ixalan and Amonkhet, this was a format that kind of slowed limited magic to a certain degree, and kind of introduced this kind of new format where everyone's just trying to outgrind one another. I mean, not outgrind one another. I mean, the white aggressive strategies can definitely work in this format, but they're just not as optimal. So even though I think white is still like the 3rd best color in this format, it's still not amazing sometimes. So blue and black are definitely the best. I think red is the worst one, since after Shivan Fire, the other 2 top commons being the Chronicler, Fire Intervention, and to a lesser extent the Gitu Journey Mage, can be a little bit. I'll keep this hand since we have Scaring Surveyor Ken. Everything else just drops off and just becomes really weak. So yeah, green has some good comments too, obviously, but they also just tend to fall off for the most part. And then there's like 2 different green paths you can do in this format. The ramp version, where you're looking to play maybe a multicolor deck with big bombs to ramp into, or the more the more go wide version with the sapperlings, so mostly black green, and the white green. Make sure I get swamp. Can't mess this up. So this looks like it's going to be a grind fest since the opponent is in the Sultai colors. Although he's playing a pretty bad card here, which I don't care about. Do I want to even consider Vicious Offering it? Not sure. I could just Dark Bargain and take 5, honestly. And then try to find more options. Since if I Vicious Offering, I will have a blink of an eye, but that doesn't really do much. Yeah, we'll just say go. Maybe Dark Bargain for a land, or land and another spell end of turn. Just take 3. So I can maybe get to my Skin Witch and make him discard some cards. So we're going to take a bit of a beating, and then we'll decide to Vicious Offering next turn. Yeah, opponent's just playing a bunch of random creatures. A lot of filler for the most part. Alright, let's just run this out. And then our Skin Witch looks awesome. Definitely grab a second black, yeah. Let's just grab both of these. And hopefully I get my 6th land. Ooh, Merfolk Trickster is also pretty good. So we can just play land, and then I guess I need to play something else, otherwise, yeah, that's going to be a problem. So I guess I can run out Slimefoot. I don't care if Slimefoot dies, because I can soul salvage it back. He can only syncopate for 2. Maybe I should also keep up double blue, just to maybe tap something down, and then maybe force him to stay back with the Trickster. Or I can Offering. Yeah, I could just Offering here, but then I don't get to be mana efficient. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to indicate the Merfolk Trickster, but I'm just going to route Slimefoot here. And then, yeah, we'll see go. Well, we can Trickster main phase. I guess we can Trickster to just tap down his, to just block his 3-2. Journey Mage bouncing the 2-3, fair enough. So I'm probably just going to take 2 here, and I'm going to use the Merfolk Trickster to trade for Land War Convoy, or I can just do pre-combat. But I think it's fine doing a trade here, since I do want to just force a trade and lower his board state, so this is fine. And then I can kick a Skin Witch here, which is really powerful, so let's just do that now. And then we can even double block the Journey Mage if we have to, or just take 3. So yeah, this can really mess with him. Alright, has to discard Tatiova. Alright, that's pretty good. Sigo. Ooh, Muldrotha. Alright, we're gonna steal Muldrotha then. Well, that's pretty good. And decides to attack, which I could force a double block and just trade, honestly. Seems fine. And I'm probably just gonna steal Muldrotha and hope he doesn't have a, whatchamacallit, his own blink of an eye, or settle it. I could also just sell the score to be safe, but stealing Muldrotha seems a little bit fun. If I'd use this, I guess I have mana to Vicious Offering, which doesn't really amount to much, so I'm just gonna steal Muldrotha here. And I can even cast a land, which is really awesome, and say go. Icy Manipulator. Alright, that can tap down Muldrotha, but that doesn't really do it much, except maybe get an attack for 2. But that's not going to win him the game, so I'll just take 2. And I guess I can even cast the Eldest Reborn and get his Tatiova. Man, this is so silly. Oh yeah, let's have some fun here. Let's just do this. And I guess I can even cast a 2-drop here. And get my Skin Witch to block. Wow, this game is so silly. Alright, I guess we just attack for 7. He can tap my 1-3 down and hit me for 2, but again, that's not going to win him the game. Alright, he can bounce back Muldrotha, so that's why we have to save to sell the score. We can make him discard it. We can make him discard it next turn. That's so hilarious. Oh my god. Holy crap, this is so fun. I love Dominaria draft. Okay, so my green mana is gone, so I can't cast Slimefoot. Fair enough. And then, do I want to draw cards here? Do I want to soul salvage? I guess I just want to draw cards, and I can just run out Skin Witch. I guess I can run out the land and then keep on my instant speed interaction. Maybe I just Vicious Offering now, just to get out of the way. And then, yeah, we can bring back Muldrotha. So, yeah, we'll see go. Yeah, it's just too much value. Oh my god. Jesus. It's funny, I don't even think about these things, they just happen. Oh my god, I love Dominaria draft. All the silly things you can do in the control decks. Oh my god. Definitely not a friendly aggro format. So definitely, like, I guess people were just tired of seeing the aggro decks from, again, Amonkhet Remastered and Ixalan. They just found those decks, those 2-color pairings to just be kind of boring and always aggressive, and they're just not fun when you get run over really early and you just are kind of forced into a tribe pretty early on. This is why I like it when a Premier Draft is introduced to the format. Like, again, most people don't know the set, and they're playing weird cards, and they pass you weird, like, mythic uncommon bombs. But then you can take advantage of that. This hand is not incredible, but I think it's okay. We can hopefully draw into some better stuff. Hopefully we don't face against the dreaded blue-red deck with alleys, since that's difficult to deal with. I need to maybe have a turn 4 Eviscerate to answer it. Although it looks like a multicolor deck, so maybe I'm fine just throwing in the Merfolk Trickster in front of this and trading. You could have a Run Amok, of course, but I don't have any instant speed to blow him out. So I think I just trade here just to, I guess I can make him use up his turn. I guess I can make him tap just to prevent some damage and then trade next turn, since it just doesn't, it's just kind of the same thing, so I'll just do this now. And then we can Divination, which is nice. And then Surveyor can help us find our green mana. We'll see go. And then I don't mind blocking any one of these. Not sure which one to block. Probably the Sapper in case he has the Fungus Lord. This is worse to keep around if he has a Saga, but I think I'm fine with this instead. Another Fungus. Alright, so he's just going to try to go wide and kill me that way. Alright, the Skittering Surveyor can block, but I'll have to take 4. I could also Eviscerate, but everything in this looks weak, so I'm just going to run out to Skittering. Grab some of my green mana. So I think our biggest weakness is kind of the go wide strategy, since we're looking to set up, and we have mostly a lot of like single target spot removal, so no sweepers of any sort. So we can easily lose to these go wide Sapperling decks. Like if he plays land out and has a wild onslaught, we're basically screwed. But I'm just going to take 4 for now. And then what's nice about Eldest is I can eventually get his Yavimai Sapper to build up a board state. So again, we just need to take a bit of a beating again. Am I afraid of a Syncopates? Probably. This is more mana efficient, and I can run out the Knight of Malice next turn. So just try to get this online, take again a bit more of a beating, and then hopefully the Knight of Malice can help me stabilize next turn, and I can Eviscerate the scary card if he plays one. And I'll take 4 again, so down to 10. Not an amazing life total, but hopefully we can stabilize next turn. A Fiery Intervention, okay. I could just run the Eviscerate, but again, everything looks pretty weak in his pile, so I don't care. And I'm not in a rush, even though he is beating me down pretty aggressively. Would have been nice to have a Skin Witch this turn, so I could kick it, block everything, and make him discard 2 to reanimate, but now I guess I can get back his Yavimai Sapper, which is really nice. Ooh, Skin Witch was really awesome, so now we get back to Sappered. And then now we can kick the Skin Witch and make him discard 2 cards, which is pretty nice here. So just getting these awesome 2-for-1s going. Would have been nice to get this down earlier, so if he had another creature for me to get with the Eldest, that would have been better, but still, this is fine. Just get these awesome 2-for-1s going. And yeah, the 1 Soul Salvage actually really just reasonable in this deck. Wow. Alright, we'll say go. And then probably want to maybe Eviscerate the Mammoth Spider, save the Embolus for something larger and scarier. If he attacks with the Mammoth, I'm probably just going to chump it. Goblin Barrage 2/2, fair enough. I can still block and trade. Alright, that's fine. I could just triple block this, honestly. But I'll end up losing at least 2 creatures in the process. I guess what I can do is I can just take 3, and then I guess we can double block to prevent the most damage, since we have Eviscerate lined up. And I don't really want to Eviscerate a 1/1 token. So something like this could be fine. I guess I should maybe put the token in front as opposed to the Skittering Surveyor, since it's a better blocker, but now I can just Eviscerate the 3/5 and we should be good. And then we can just grind them out. Let's run out land. I think I should be okay, and then we'll keep 1 land in hand. Yeah, we'll just keep writing them out. He doesn't have black mass, so I can just run around my lands. Because again, Slimefoot can come down and make a bunch of Sapperling tokens. And probably doesn't do anything. Okay. And just more lands, so... Right, maybe I sandbag some, or maybe it's fine still running one out. We're going to win the long game anyways, because our deck has more utility. Yeah, so I maybe should have blocked with the token as opposed to the Skittering Surveyor, because now it's kind of awkward. So he does that, so I think I move the blocks first. And then before damage, we want a Fungal Infection. Could have also double blocked just in case something went wrong. Okay, yeah, the Wizard's Lightning, so I should have maybe double blocked. But that's fine. Yeah, I should double block, so then I would at least guarantee the trade. But that's okay, we have a Deathloom Thald. And he had to use a Wizard's Lightning on a creature that made him discard 2. So opponent's just getting outvalued anyways. Man, we're Scalped is cute, but again, we have blockers for days. And another Eldest Reborn, sweet. Let's just run this out, and then we can bring back his Primordial Worm. And he would need to play everything out here, so yeah, we'll see go. Can't think of any insane cards that will mess me up here, not sure. Yeah, he's just gonna run out all of his lands, so we don't make him discard, but that's fine. And we're still holding on to clutches. Yeah, that's really sweet, so just want to get our big giant Primordial Worm out. Skittering Surveyor is okay. The best black uncommon. It's a Long Reach of Night, guys. Actually, just better than Long Reach, but you know what I mean. And usually, I do get a little bit salty when I keep drawing lands, but in this format, I don't really care that much at all. So just keep running out the lands, there you go. We have 12, 13, just so 4 more lands left in the library. And we have a lot more playables, so... There's a Cell to score, but again, I don't want to use any of my spells, so we'll just smash in for 7. Hopefully no Blink of an Eye. That would kind of suck. But I have removal for days, and I can re-steal his Primordial Worm if he has one. Keldon Raider is okay. I still don't want to kill this, honestly. I'm fine if he double blocks in trades. I guess I can even keep this back and just start attacking with the 3-2 for the hell of it. Keeps a card on top, and plays a colorless land just to scry. Sure. Ooh, off is good, so hopefully we can bomb the land. Yep, there we go. So 1 land gone. And then there's our Skittering Surveyor to find our land. That's hilarious. I think I'm fine sending in the Deathloom Thald here. And yeah, although I did bomb the land, I mean, getting the land back is and playing it is kind of like getting the land anyway, bombing the land anyway. So I'm just gonna do this again. Get us our another land, and then hopefully we have enough bombs to close out the game. We do have Soul Salvage as well left in the library, so there's still a lot of good tools here. Sapper to go wide, sure. So maybe I'd start crashing with the Primordial Worm. So there's Soul Salvage. Do I necessarily want to get anything back? I guess I can get back the Deathloom Thald if it trades. But I just want to attack with it, honestly. I guess I can even get back the Skin Witch and make him discard his final card. I mean, I can use this to get back Slimefoot if something bad happens. If he has a removal spell, that can be kind of awkward, so I think I need to Soul Salvage here. Get back, I think, the Knight of Malice, and then I guess the Skin Witch to make him discard his final card over Deathloop out here. And we might as well make him discard, just to make sure he doesn't have anything scary, or we can force his instant here. Just another land, sure. Fair enough. And if he plays a bomb like Miltani, we can still exile it or steal it. So, yeah, we have utility for days. Line of War is fine. Thal Omnivore is really sweet. So let's move to combat. Fine trading and 2-4 winning with the Primordial Worm here. But if he wants a chump, that's also fine. And I'm hoping they fix the bug with the Thal Omnivore. I know that it doesn't gain life with the bug, but I'm hoping that they can fix it so I can start gaining life with it if I have to. But I can attack with both of these now and then sack to pump the Thal Omnivore. And once I get Slimefoot, I can sack the Saprolings to deal damage to. G2 Chronicler kicking to get a Wizard's Lightning. Can be interesting. And if he goes face, then maybe I can see if I can gain life by sacrificing a token. So we'll see. So is he gonna aim it at my face? Who knows? He might, because that might just be his only out. Fungal Infection is pretty good, so we can Fungal Infection the 1/1. And then I can move to combat, and then attack with both. And if he doesn't block this, I could always stack one Saproling to see if I can gain life here. And we'll see if he responds. Yes, it does gain life, so I can get out of range. Right, that's fine. I guess he just wants to finish off the Primordial Worm, but that's okay. Man, the opponent really just doesn't have any high-quality cards. Like, I want to use these removal spells, but, you know, the thing is, there's just nothing. I guess I can sacrifice this for the hell of it. It doesn't really gain me life, but might as well just sack it just for the hell of it, just to show him my capabilities. 5, 6, 5, 7, 9. So I can get him for lethal next turn if this goes unanswered. But do I want to go for it? There's another Clutches. I think I just go for it, honestly. And I could just use a removal spell instead. We'll see what he does here. And if he chumps, he chumps. And we'll see go. Slimefoot's still in the library, so yeah, once we get Slimefoot down, maybe we can just start activating, sacrificing, and draining. There's Blink of an Eye, but again, I don't want to deck myself, so I think I just attack. And then again, for some chumps. And then next turn we can remove this and then try to get them with all. Or I can just blink it. I'm hoping he doesn't have a way to mill me, but I'm down to just blink this, honestly. Could also blink my own Skin Witch, but I think we just blink this here. And then I guess we just attack with all. I can even main phase a Dark Bargain. There's just so much options, oh my god. I was actually hoping the opponent's deck would actually be a lot better so I can steal better stuffs, but yeah, I don't know. I think our worst matchup, however, is a kind of a go-wide Saprolings deck, because we have all this, again, expensive spot removal that we want to use on better creatures, and having to use that on like a 2/2 Saproling or like a 1/1 can feel kind of awkward, so. And a heavily dedicated green-black like Saprolings deck, we could have an issue. or even green-white go wide with Song of Freyleys. But yeah, against the other control decks, I think we can still outgrind them. So let's keep playing. All right, we can opt for something. Probably fine, maybe bombing a land. Although it's going to mess up the skittering, but I think it's okay. Well, we can opt end of turn, see what the opponent has. So white-blue, pretty aggressive deck. As we see, Knight of New Benali, so could use a 1 toughness creature to trade and block. Eldest Reborn is really good. We do have a second one, however, and this could be too expensive. And we can shuffle our library again, so I think we're going to bomb it instead. Maybe grab a Fungal Infection, or again a good 3-drop which can trade. And then take a bit of a beating for now, and next turn hopefully drop Skittering, get my land, and then trade. Funny enough, this is actually the top performing white common according to 17 lands. Don't know why. There's just so much ways to mess with this in this format. So it's very interesting to note. Ooh, Fungal Infection can kind of mess him up. Or I can just run out the Skittering Surveyor anyways, just for 1 turn. And then see if he stays back. I mean, Fungal Infection would really mess him up here. But it's really not really that mana efficient, so I'm just going to run a Skittering Surveyor instead. To get this green mana out of the way and then shuffle the Impulse's Clutches. I mean, the Eldest Reborn. But alright, this is the strategy people go for. Alright, that can eat and eviscerates. I could also fungal and then chump, but yeah, just eat and eviscerate here, so we get a nice 2-for-1. And again, the game plan is just to survive. He can play a Historic Spell and hit me for 2, so next turn I might want to keep up a Fungal Infection to mess with the Relic Runner. Wrath Capuchin main phase just to hit him for 2 is fair enough. And I probably just want to settle this now. And then I could just Fungal Infection to 2-1 right now for the hell of it. I think that's okay. Before he untaps and has like a Syncopate or something. And we can smash for 1, so we have answers for all of his stuff. Pegasus Courser, kind of annoying. But I still think Wrath was the right choice, but now he has flyers. But we have Impulse's Clutches to steal his bird, which I'm going to do here. Since we have a second one, and yeah, this can really mess with him. Collage run out Deathbloom, and then instant speed the Dark Bargain for maybe something else. We do have a second Fungal Infection. Ooh, that's a really nice one too. Alright, I guess we want to run out land here just to play around maybe a Syncopate. Although it doesn't really play around Syncopate, but if he counters this, it's still a 1-for-1, so this is fine. But yeah, we can definitely mess him up here. Wow, Dominaria drafts. So fun. Wow. And we can still keep the 1-3 backed. So we're just owning the opponents. Base a Unicorn. Eldest Reborn. Alright, I guess we just have everything this game. I could also be mana efficient here. But the sooner we get down Eldest Reborn, the better. Or he could just end up sandbagging cards in his hand. I think I'll go for another route here. Let's Dark Bargain and play Deathbloom. And this way we can get our Soul Salvages back. Get a Soul Salvage, I mean. Run out Deathbloom. And then we're fine running out the land. And then we'll stay back. And then run out the Eldest Reborn next turn. And then hopefully get something juicy. I guess he can use a Memorial to Gloria at instant speed to sack. Merfolk Tracer is interesting as well, but we'll just run out the Eldest Reborn. So he can stack a token, and then I can also just send in the Deathbloom Thallid here. And then if he has any expensive cards, he'll have to discard it, so that's fine. and then we can get his Sergeant at Arms. A trade here is also fine. That's a good one. But I can use Merfolk Trickster to get rid of his ability. So this taps target creatures and it makes them lose all the abilities. So I'm still fine sending in the Deathbloom Thallid. And if he blocks, I can use the Merfolk Trickster to make it lose its ability and offer to trade. Opponent's like, why are you such a bad player? Well, it goes to show we had a trick up our sleeves. And then we can keep attacking the 2/2 now. And we can even Soul Salvage once another creature dies, so a lot of silly things we can do in this set. Ooh, Invoke the Divine maybe? I guess we can get his Knight of Grace now too. And then since we control black permanents, it's going to become a 3/2. So yeah, that's going to be pretty fun. It's getting Surveyor to thin out our deck. Yeah, let's just bring this out here. And then let's move to combat, attack for 2. This deck is so silly. Alright, find our island. He could have Urza's Ruinous Blast, but he does need a legendary creature in order to cast it, so I might want to sandbag, hopefully pick up some interaction eventually to answer a potential maybe legendary creature before he can cast Urza's Ruinous Blast and maybe wipe the board. We'll see. Right, Blessed Light. So he gets to hit me for 2 in the air now. That's a little bit awkward. I guess he can fly over and hit me. That kind of sucks. I was just having so much fun and the opponent had to do this. Alright, so we're going to be almost dead here, so how do we win next game? What can we get back? Not much. So I guess the opponent won by using Blessed Light. Alright, I just took too much damage, but we'll see. Knight of Malice is not going to do it. Well, I mean, we had a lot of fun, but our deck, sometimes we just lose to flyers. So yeah, good games. I mean, I had a lot of fun this match, not gonna lie, but but I mean, yeah, if he gets my life total low, and he kills me in the air, then so be it. I mean, I was hoping to eventually draw something like a Blink of an Eye to bounce back my Embolus's Clutches or something, but just drew too much lands again in this match. All right, that's our first loss, but I think we were definitely favored in that matchup by a lot. Just opponent just got real lucky there. Like I could have even had a second Embolus's Clutches to mess with him, or just an Eviscerate or Settle, but it turns out, yeah, I guess I used my removal early on, so just took too much damage. All right, 4-1. Let's keep playing this. Alright, there's a Vicious Offering, maybe Dark Bargain on 4, or Thallid. I think we'll try it. On the play, I think this is okay. And if we face against another aggro deck, we at least have something that can kill something. So do I say this Vicious Offering? I think I do for now. There's a chance he can drop an Adeliz on turn 3. Alright, sure. Warlord's Fury. If he mixes into a 2/2, I'm definitely going to use a Vicious Offering. But if not, then I can safely take one and save this for the Adelies if he has one. Another Lava Runner. Should I just use it now? It can get pretty scary. I'm just going to say go. And then I guess I should have used it end of turn because now there's a Divination. But I do have my turn 4 lined up, so I'm just going to pass and keep up the Vicious Offering here. As opposed to running into a Adelies here. And we can always use Vicious Offering end of turn. I think I will now. Run out the Omnivore. Probably going to eat a removal spell. He could also have Run Amok, so if he attacks into this, I probably don't want to block. It's going to be a little bit annoying though. But yeah, Run Amok is going to be annoying. Probably not going to block here because he could have Run Amok. And then I guess we can Eldest Reborn now. And then get back one of his Lava Runners to maybe block with eventually. And then we have turn 6 in Bolus's Clutches. So, yeah, don't want to block because, again, he has the Run Amok. Yep, not blocking. And if he wants to use Run Amok to hit me for a ton, then so be it, but I'll have a blocker in the future. And then Cloud Reader I can steal with Clutches, so... keeps one on top, so... Now we can make him discard. And then now I can steal the Cloud Reader Sphinx. And then pass a turn. And then I can even double block the Lava Runner now. Has a second Cloud Reader Sphinx, fair enough. So am I fine main phasing Dark Bargain? I think I am. Merfolk Trickster can also do something. I guess Merfolk Trickster can tap down the Cloud Reader Sphinx. And then I can Dark Bargain at instant speed. Yeah, let's just say go. So yeah, let's let him attack. And if he doesn't, then we can Dark Bargain. Two-Head Giant is fine. And then yeah, just grab both of these. And then even if he gains the ability, we can tap it down with Trickster and make it lose all abilities. Eviscerate is nice. I guess I can still just eviscerate the Flyer for what it's worth, or the Two-Headed Giant, but I guess we can still, again, lock down the ability from the Two-Headed Giant. The Flyer is a little bit harder to interact with in the future, so I think we just take out the Flyer. And then, yeah, we'll see go. And if he tries to bounce his Cloud Reader Sphinx, I can sack it. So let's see what he does here. Just nothing. So I guess I can double block it. Let's say he has Run Amok, so it's +3/+3. That's a lot of damage. So how do I play around it? I would need 7 power, it's 7 toughness. So maybe I do need to triple block, or maybe just run out the Trickster right now, and then triple block with these 3, or just triple block, or just block with everyone else. I guess we just go like this to play around and run amok. If he has 2 run amoks, does this still kill him? Yes, this also kills him. If he has a blink of an eye, he gets back his Flyer, which can be kind of annoying. Okay, but now he has run amok, so we saw this coming a mile away. And he's trying to keep his Flyer around to potentially bounce it back later. That makes sense. So first things first, let's Divination. And we have a second in Bolus's Clutches coming soon, so we'll run out land, play out Death Bloom, and then attack for 3. So yeah, just outgrinding the aggro deck. Keeps a card in his hand, runs out Keldon Overseer. Kind of annoying. Alright, I guess he'll steal my Cloud Reader Sphinx for the turn. Or my Deathland Vows, but then if he decides to attack, I can just Fungal Infection a 3-1 and also chump. So before blocks, yeah, let's just do this and then just save ourselves a damage by chumping the 3-2. We get a settle to score. I guess I'm just fine attacking. Or I can just run out of Skin Witch without kicker and just block the 2-2. I guess that makes the most sense. But my internet is lagging, so please internet, please resolve. Or what's going on here? No, alright, my internet's finally back. Alright, let's go for 6. And if he bounced back his Cloud Reader Sphinx, we can always get it back with clutches. So yeah. Oh no, my game is lagging. No, I was so close. Okay, I don't know. Blame Cox Internet for doing this to me. Screw you, Cox. And we tries to blink of an eye the Cloud Reader Sphinx, then we can also blink of an eye our Impulse's clutches. Oh no, alright, sorry guys, this video could just be over because the internet is being stupid. Or I just need to reset the game. Yeah, I probably need to reset and make a part 2 of this draft since the software is drunk. Yeah, the software is drunk. So yeah, do I just Alright, opponent decides to concede. I don't know what's going on. Is there a lag issue really? I don't know. So maybe I should just reset the client. I mean, I don't really know how to without not recording. So yeah, we have some weird stuff going on. Maybe I should just click around here. What's this? Everything is an X here. What's... Yeah, no, never mind. This isn't because of the software. It's because of the events. Let's just crack some packs and see what's going on here. Alright, pack 1, pick 1, Neon Dynasty. Let's pretend we're drafting. Long Reach of Night is really strong. It's not the Eldest Reborn, but it has a similar effect, which is kind of funny. But not the Eldest Reborn. Still going to be the pick here. But just to talk about the Saga, I've actually been kind of down on it since the best black decks in this format tend to be the aggressive ones, like Black-Red and the Blue-Black deck. So it's not really amazing when it can't get a blocker out of the way. So it can be kind of awkward when you're playing this kind of in the Black-Red deck, where you're also running cards like Clawing Torment as aura enchantments. So, and then they can just sack the creature which has the aura enchantment on it, and you lose a bit of value. So, been kind of down on the Animus of Night's Reach or the Long Reach of Night, but it's still good. Like, it's at best in a grindy deck like Green-Black, and sometimes the Blue-Black deck can have this grindy variance, a variation to it, and then if you can ninjutsu the Long Reach of Night is pretty powerful, but still, it's a card I've been a little bit less impressed by, but still would be the pick out of this pack. And then Machiko's Rain of Truth, Slam Dunk, and then some good green commons here, Safekeeping and Tails. Would still take the Tails over my first Safekeeping, but yeah, they're both kind of close, and I think this has the higher win rate, according to 17 lands. Flame Discharge is also just okay, medium removal. Removal isn't a priority in this format because of all the value in 2-for-1s. But yeah, it's fine if you need a removal, but it's not too different from a Kami's Flare. Probably even worse than Kami's Flare, since if you need to deal 3 damage, you need to pay a total of 4 mana, assuming you don't have modifications, and it doesn't even do the extra 2 damage to the opponent, which could come in handy, so just worse than Kami's Flare. Just like Seismic Wave. Selfless Samurai is pretty good. Inkrise is a fine common in the Ninja's deck too. Also Golden Tail fine in the defensive white-green enchantments deck. Leech Gauntlet is also okay, but Selfless Samurai stands out as the best card. And yeah, Spinning Wheel Kick is pretty good. And then Intercessor's Arrest also okay. Iron Apprentice, nice 1-drop for the red decks. Might actually just be better than Reinforced Ronin in red-black, not sure. Probably at this point I can say so, since I don't like the fact that this leaves the battlefield. It does have nice synergy with the Patchwork Automaton. If you ever get an Automaton and you can just keep casting this to grow it, it's kind of cute. But I still think the Iron Apprentice is better, because it's a better target to sack and it stays on the battlefield, so... Alright, let's try to redo this Premier Draft Dominaria, so hopefully this bug won't mess with us, or my internet, my ISP doesn't fail us here. So, let's go. No blue mana, this is awkward, but we do have a Fungal Infection. I mean, we're just trying to survive and cast Eldest Reborn, right? I mean, how bad could it be? I mean, this is going to be hard to cast. If I had a Scaring Surveyor, this would be fine. But, you know, we have some other black spells we can maybe draw into, so I'll keep this and risk it. There's our blue spell, thank God. And do I need to keep a Fungal? Probably just run out the island first. Maybe by not showing them the swamp, he doesn't play around the Fungal Infection, and we can take advantage of that. Although there's really not much to play around usually. Let's just run out the forest. Save the colors, just try to hide the information. Could see a Deathloom Valve, Aster Glider. Well, that's a perfect target for Fungal Infection if I ever saw one, so yeah, avoid playing bad commons, please, opponent. So, there you go. Nice, almost 2 for 1. 1.5 for 1. Need my double blue for Blink of an Eye kicked as well. Without Soothsayer is okay. Probably fine. Ooh, Divination is sweet, so yeah, let's just Divination. And got our island into play, so that's good. And then we can even Eldest Reborn next turn. And maybe steal a Soothsayer like we did in one of the matchups, we'll see. But he's black-green, which is a Saprolings deck, so he could maybe play a bunch of Saprolings, which can be a little bit awkward in face of Embosis, not Embosis, but Eldest Reborn. But now we can just cast the Eldest Reborn. Yeah, I don't really want Blink or Knight. Just play this out. Make him sack his dude. He can even flash in Saprolings at instant speed here. I guess he's going to sack in response, fair enough. But at least we make him do it, and then we can steal his guy, and then use it to greater effect. But at least this forces the issue, and I think I'm fine attacking. If he has a Slimefoot, I can steal it. So lots of fun things you can do in blue-black control. We don't have Rona, but it's still very good. Wow, just concedes to an Eldest Reborn. Okay, I mean, you didn't see the double Embolis's clutches, but okay, I guess that's a free win. Alright, final boss. Let's try to get 7-1 with this. And then just do another Dominaria Premier Draft, since this is just so fun. And yeah, a lot of people are playing pretty suboptimal decks, so we can take advantage of that. Maybe hit Mythic early and get to maybe top 10. But yeah, getting past double Embolis's clutches, being past double Eldest Reborn. Yeah. Some crazy things can happen when a Premier Draft gets reintroduced when most people don't know how the set operates. And we only played Slimefoot in one game. I guess we play NCAA. Alright, this guy's an excellent limited player, so he's the final boss. I do watch his streams, so I guess we're on to play. I don't really like to keep his hand against him because I know he plays aggro, but I think we still got to keep. And then let's just greet NCAA here. And probably going to see an aggressive deck, I'm assuming, since he likes to play aggro. Alright, sure. And then hopefully we can just stall him out. Bloodstone Goblin, okay. But we can just run out a Deathloom Thallid. And then maybe end of turn next turn we can Dark Bargain, we'll see. I hate the fact that this deals 2 damage to us, especially against an aggro deck. Alright, Arcane Flight is a good one. So it's nice with the Vicious Offering can punish him. Do I just do it now? Probably fine just using Divination. And then I can use a Vicious Offering if he plays another creature. And set up a nice Eldritch Reborn. Although I do need to hit my land 5 for this to happen. So we'll just keep up our instances and say go. He could also have Syncopate. So I might want to play around that a bit. Well, let's Dark Bargain. Yeah, he does have Syncopate, so I probably don't want to run out the Eldest Reborn here. Merfolk Trickster is pretty good, but I think we really need the land, and then the Skin Witch can potentially kick and allow us to make him discard 2. So let's do this. Move the tax, attack for 3. And now what? I could just run out the Skin Witch. Could also just Divination. Maybe Divination here, and then take a bit of a beating. And then I can even force him to counter the Vicious Offering eventually. So we'll say go. And then we can do something else. Alright, Blink of an Eye, so in response we can sack with the Vicious Offering here. Deny him the card draw and take out the 3/3. So nice 2-for-1, and it slows him down. So are we going to defeat NCAA as our final boss? Maybe. That should be pretty exciting, as he plays nothing, so I guess I'll just try to kick a Skin Witch, and then is there any flash creatures? Probably not. We'll see, and if he does, we can just run an Eldest Reborn, so I'm hoping he Syncopates this, actually. And then it's still 1-for-1 if he counters it. Yes. Alright, we baited out, so it's a 1-for-1. And then, since it exiles, I can't bring it back, but I can bring back Deathloom Thallid here. So do I want to do that? Probably just to develop a board state. So I'm fine running out land, and then if I use Soul Salvage, I guess I can still opt here. So first things first, let's opt. And bond the land. And then fine attacking for 1. And then we can Soul Salvage and get our nice 2-for-1 here, so let's do this, and if he counters it, then so be it. This way we can cast Eldest Reborn or Imbolsus Clutches. Alright, B follows to draw to maybe get a counterspell, but didn't find anything, so now we can run out the Deathloom Thallid and then have a nice 3/2 on the board, so. And I'm hoping he's commenting on this stream. Alright, I guess I just block here. There's no 1-mana trick I need to be aware of, and I don't want to take 1,000,000 damage, so take 2 trample. And yeah, this is kind of awkward because there's no creatures for me to steal or interact with, so I think I just attack for 2 and hope he doesn't surprise me out of nowhere. We'll see go. Alright, just a draw card, fair enough. I might just run this out, honestly. And Gitu Lava Runner, alright, sure. I guess I can tap it pre-combat. And then might as well just run Eldest Reborn on it, so. And yeah, we'll just run our first Eldest Reborn copy. And then, do I attack with both? I guess I do. But I guess he could run amok. I'm kind of scared, but maybe I just need to be aggressive here. Maybe that's my only way of actually winning. And I can get back Skizzik and smash for a ton. Yeah, it's kind of weird having all these awkward removal spells that can blink of an eye, so... Yeah, we'll see if he drops another one, doesn't. So now we can make him discard his run amok. And then do I just run out second Eldest Reborn? I might, since I have all this removal going on. So I'm just going to run out second one for the hell of it. Even though he doesn't sacrifice, it provides a lot of tempo, and I can also just bring out his Skizzik and smash him. So hopefully no amazing, insane run amoks. Okay, that's fine. So we can bring back Skizzik here. I guess we should have, Alright, gets rid of his Syncopate, so now we're at, I guess we can Impulse his Clutches, his 2/2 Haster, right? And then force him to chump and attack for 4, that makes sense. Wow, we defeated NCAA. Alright, sweet, nice 7-1. And we beat it Limited Mastermind. GG's NCAA. I knew those Syncopates were coming, so yeah. A little bit scared because he's just such a good limited player, and he's mostly aggressive from what I've seen on his streams. He likes to draft the red decks and tries to do some play some of the more outlier decks instead of the decks that everyone tries to draft. Like in Neon Dynasty, you'll see him trying to force red, or even in Dominaria, he's going to try to do some sort of red aggressive deck. Obviously, especially blue-red, so yeah, not bad. Nice 7-1. So this is going to make the thumbnail. And then, yeah, just doing an overview of the deck. The deck just has insane Mythic Uncommons. Double Impulses Clutches, double Eldest Reborn, Eviscerate, Sell the Score. Yeah, nice 2-for-1 card advantage, Soul Salvage, Divination, Dark Bargain. Dark Bargain, I'm a little bit more hesitant on playing against the aggressive decks, but it's still fine if you can survive, assuming. Only saw Slimefoot in like 2 games, and in one of the games we only activated a couple times. We didn't even really activate the... we didn't really even win with it, honestly. And it was just getting really late, so unfortunately couldn't get our Slimefoot that in most of our matchups, but everything's been really good so far. The Calico Skin Witches on turn 6 were really nice, just to make him discard 2 and force him to use a Syncopate in one of the matches. So yeah, first picked in Allies into, I think it was, I don't know what threw me in the black, but I think it wasn't Eldest Reborn, I think it was like an Vicious Offering, and then then there was an Impulses Clutches, and then we just took I think settled the score afterwards and just kind of stayed open. But anyways, yeah, nice, not a bad 7-1 deck. And yeah, we were able to just steal their stuff and 2-for-1 them, 3-for-1 them all day with the Eldest Reborn. So awesome deck. So this is definitely going to be a highlight. I'm going to add it to my collection and then probably just do another Dominaria draft. And then afterwards we'll call it. So, yeah, let's just fire off another one. And hopefully I'm just gonna take a quick break. 1 moment. Alright then, pack 1, pick 1, second Premier Draft Dominaria. What do we have to find pleasure of opening today? There's Merfolk Trickster, but there's also just Blink of an Eye, the second best common in the set, along with things like Shivan Fire and Eviscerate. Also blue is the best color, so I do want to start with blue if I can. Fungal Plots could be okay, but it can be kind of awkward in the Saprolings deck because you do have the Saproling Migrations, which are non-creature spells, but if you can mill yourself in like a blue-green deck and have a Fungal Plots out, it can be really powerful. Barret is also just okay, not amazing by any means, but a nice controlling white card if you're going to be playing a controlling version of the Esper Historic colors. And this can make it a bit of a nightmare for the opponent to attack into. Call to Cavalry, fine. So it's probably just Blink of an Eye over Syncopate. I think my second pick here would be Merfolk Trickster, but it is double blue. It is an excellent card, however, but I still think I prefer Blink of an Eye just because it has the versatility and it's easier to cast. So we'll take Blink. Just a nice solid first pick. After first picking Blink, there's a Weight of Memory, which is okay if we want to set up a control deck. There's Fire Intervention is a fine removal spell if I want to set up, if I want a clunky removal, if I want to play a controlling blue-red deck. Dow Omnivore is okay, and then there's Halar, the Fire Fletcher, and red-green is okay. It's not easy to get going, to be honest, and this is a card that you're hoping to wheel because you need to pick up like mana dorks like Land of War Elves and multiple kicker spells, so probably going to rule this out. And then between both of these, I think I can maybe just take a Weight of Memory here. Sometimes if you end up in those grindy matchups, milling your opponent can also help you kind of win. And then 5-mana draw 3 is pretty nice. Fire Intervention is like the third best red common in the set, and even then it's just a clunky removal spell that's not all that amazing or impressive. So I'll just take the removal spell, but this is a sign maybe the red-green kicker deck is open, we'll see. Just take the weight, and then nothing else in that pack really is exciting. Alright, there's Knight of Malice versus Vicious Offering. Probably just take a Knight of Malice here as an excellent 2-drop. At its best in a black-white deck, since you can make it easier to get the nice 1+1+0, but still just a very good 2-drop. Going to take it over Vicious Offering, which is also quite good. Best in the black-green Saprolings deck, since you have plenty of things to sacrifice. But even then, it's just a nice solid removal spell, and you can... And then it has really nice upside in case the opponent uses removal, like in that one game where NCAA tried to bounce my my Thallid, and I was able to sack in response to take out his 3/3 flyer. But I'm still going to take Knight since there's a lot of removal at common anyways, and we need win conditions, and win conditions are important, and early blockers are usually a lot better than just this 1-for-1 removal. So we'll take a Knight of Malice. Maybe we draft a blue-black control deck again. We'll see. Now this pack is just really medium, nothing exciting. There's maybe a blue-green dual land we could maybe take in case we end up splashing like a Tatiova. Memorial to Unity is also okay. If we were blue-red aggro, there's a Warlord's Fury. There's also, I guess, Voldalian Arcanist, which can help us cast some of our expensive spells. So it plays pretty well with Weight of Memory and Blink of an Eye if we're going to be in a control deck. So I think it's between the dual land and the Voldalian Arcanist. I think I might just take the dual land here. There's just so many powerful things we can splash if we end up blue-black. Slimefoot, Tatiova, definitely the highlights. And then hopefully I can pick up one of these later. But this is also rare, which is hard to get. And either way, it's just 20 gems. So we'll take it here. And then Fungal Infection is interesting. There's also Run Amok for blue-red. Yeah, and then not much else going on. Keldon Raider. So it does some. So I can maybe take a signal that maybe black is open since we were past Knight of Malice and Vicious Offering. Usually, I do think these cards are both close in power level, and it really depends on the type of deck you're drafting. But didn't see any Gitu Lava Runners yet, and I feel like maybe black is slightly more open. So we'll take our Fungal Infection, which definitely overperforms in this set. Nice early one mana trick, which can punish 1 toughness. And then here, this pack, there's a Gitu Lava Runner now, and then there's a Voldalian Arcanist. Okay, so maybe blue-red could be open now. But there is Voldalian Arcanist, which plays well in blue-black with all the expensive spells. But so I have to kind of make a decision here. I mean, seeing this late is a sign, and is also just and blue-red is also just one of the best decks in the format, and it's better than blue-red. I don't know, these are kind of a dime in a dozen, and even in the blue-black control deck, you might not need one. So I'll take a Gitu Lava Runner here. Also, the land is interesting too if we're going to be white, but I'll take a Lava Runner. Maybe we end up blue-red, as we see some really late white cards, although that's a pretty late G2 Chronicler as well. So what if we end up in blue-red control? That's an interesting decision. I could try blue-red control. Blue-red is usually the more aggressive tempo-oriented version, but this is a pretty late G2 Chronicler. The white spells are all pretty solid too, Call to Cavalry and Mesa Unicorn. But I don't know if I want to move into a fourth color. And this is also kind of late, so I think I take the Chronicler here and maybe set up for maybe blue-red or even black-red control. And yeah, these are quite good, but this is still a 2-2 which gets blocked by the G2 Chronicler in this format, so we'll take the Chronicler here. And then we could take a Rampaging Cyclops as a fine 4-drop, which is also fine in a defensive blue-red deck, since it's good at blocking. Not very good at attacking, since it can easily get double blocked and get nerfed, but it is a nice defensive body, so we'll take it here. And then seeing a second one, although seeing Soul Salvage and Syncopate here, so do we want to be blue-red control, or do we want to be black-red control? I think I'd rather be in blue than black, slightly more. But black does seem slightly more open than red. But either way, I think we can pick up either one of these later. So either way, I'd rather just be in blue-red. Let's take the Syncopate. But black-red grind can be a fun deck to be in if we take the Soul Salvage. But I'm still going to take the Syncopate here. And then probably take Warlord's Fury if we end up more aggressive. That's a nice cantrip for cards like G2 Lava Runner. We could just be a mid-rangey deck, though, like a mix of aggro and control. Not sure. Also, Blood Talc Candle's okay. We'll take the Fury, and then just take a random 2-drop if we need a filler 2-drop. And then take a random Fervent Strike. Right, and Run Amok. Wow, pick 13. Alright, maybe we are going to do blue-red aggro. But this Weight of Memory is awkward, and this Chronicler is awkward, but hey, Run Amok is actually a solid playable, so who knows. I mean, we could also try black-red aggro, but I think I'd rather be in blue-red Wizards aggro over black-red, obviously. So we'll see. Even Relic Runner pretty late, so we'll see. Ariel is pretty insane. I could maybe just take her and maybe decide on maybe splashing her, otherwise it's a Divination. I don't have a Skittering Surveyor. And even if we get a Skittering Surveyor, it's going to be really slow to get going, honestly. We need to just... It's really strong, no doubt, but it's going to be really slow. Either way, it would be my pack 1, pick 1. But I'm thinking I just want a Divination here. It's just so powerful, just a nice 2-for-1. And this can maybe solidify ourselves in blue-red. And this will also be on the splash, so... Had I taken a Skittering Surveyor, I would consider it, but I don't really want to lose out on a Divination here, so I'll take this over Ariel, but definitely this is close to a bomb in the format, but it is pretty slow to get going. Definitely excellent if you are in black-white and we already have a Knight of Malice, but didn't see too much amazing black in the first pack, so we'll take a Divination. And then, Wizard's Lightning is sweet, alright. Urgoros is okay. The Chain Roller is also good, but triple red is not the easiest, and red is arguably the worst color in this format, so interestingly enough, you don't really want to be heavy red if you can, but I don't mind a Wizard's Lightning. If we again end up blue-red with multiple wizards, it gets a nice discount, and just an excellent removal spell, and the best card in this pack, in my opinion. So we'll take it here, and then this will cost 1 mana if we control wizards, so I can even count as a 1-drop. There's Squee, there's also some powerful black cards in this pack, so black-red could be a thing. And so which one do we want? Squee is fine, but it's not exciting. It's a card you can keep sacrificing over and over if you pick up a Goblin Chain Whirler. So it's probably between these two, and given that we probably have enough removal already, I guess, and we don't really have any things to sack, I think we just take maybe Caligo Skin Witch. Like, if we end up black-red and we want to give a discount to this Wizard's Lightning, maybe I just take the Skin Witch here. They're both kind of close. Like, black-red is kind of looking to be grinding for the most part, not aggressive, so let's take the Skin Witch over Vicious Offering. But they're both kind of close. And I do like G2 Journey Mage in the red Wizards deck. Also, Opt is an overperformer. Also seeing some late black cards too. Arcanist, but it looks like we're heavy red. And this is going to be at its best in the red aggressive deck for the most part. But we can still have a mix of maybe red control and aggro, I don't know. but just being able to trigger this is nice. Let's just take the G2 Journey Mage. I think this could be one of the top red commons, and then there's another late G2 Chronicler. Okay, seems good. Over not much else. Befuddle could be a cute trick, but let's just take another Chronicler. And then I don't know. This could be a fine sideboard card. The best cards like Grow from the Ashes, but we're like a long way from getting there. There's no real artifact synergies in this format. I'll just take a Radiant Lightning. In best out of 3, this card is actually pretty good against Sapperlings, so we'll take it there. So we're in NCAA now. We're just going to be doing red aggro, perhaps. Again, but this is not a good aggro card, but I think you still maybe end up playing it, since it's still Wizard, and it's still something with value in the later games. I guess we can take a Befuddle here over Urza's Tome, which I think is pretty slow. Over Radiant Lightning. Over second Radiant Lightning, so... Yeah, okay, I think I'll take the Soul Salvage, or there's a second run amok. But in case we end up black-red, like Grind, we probably want the Soul Salvage to get back our G2 Chroniclers and our Calico Skin Witches. And we already have a run amok, so... Yeah, not sure what direction we're still heading in. Black-red control, blue-red aggro. Sorcerer's Wand is also kind of a cute way to ping the opponent in the late game, but I don't think it's really good. So we'll take a Soul Salvage, so we're stuck in this Grixis color. We know red is the most open color, but we just don't know what our secondary color is. Alright, pretty late. Ooh, Fungal Infection and Arcanist. I guess we'll split the difference since we have a Fungal Infection already. Although, we probably don't need to Arcanist anyways. It's just alright. Helps us cast our spells, though. Fungal Infection is also kind of cute. I don't know, I'll just take an Arcanist. Let's just split the difference. And then, wow, pretty late Goblin Chain Whirler. Maybe I take it here. Maybe we do end up in this heavy red deck. And it's probably, I mean, Bloodstone Goblin can be kind of cool with Kicker. I don't know. Let's just take the Goblin Chain Whirler for funds. And it's 20 gems anyway, so we could just be this 10-7 red deck. Heavy red. Squeeve and made it back, so no one wants to draft red here. Sadly, okay. I'll take it, and then that's a pretty late Dark Bargain, alright? Over Keldon Warcaller seems right. So, I feel like maybe blue is just cut off here, seeing the late black cards, so we could just be in the black-red control deck. And then Squeeze is actually pretty good in black-red, since you're looking to grind, for the most part. Jaya is not that great, however, Adeliz is, and Eviscerate. Yeah, she's not that great. Maybe I do just take Adeliz here. I know maybe black is slightly more open than blue, but maybe I can still kind of force it in a sense, and this is just a way better card than Eviscerate in the long run. It's just an excellent card. Alright, let's just take Adeliz. Let's go blue-red. Let's not waste any more time. It's the better deck. Let's do this. And then maybe move the black cards aside unless I really need to make a change. Blue-red just has a more inherent synergy overall. As we open up this pack, which has a pretty busted Saga. So I guess we just take another Chronicler over Deathbloom Thallid, sure. And then I guess we're just going to be a weird mix of blue-red control and aggro. Who knows? Or maybe we're still end up in black. Ooh, Blink of an Eye. All those are Shivan Fire here, which is probably going to be my pick. Since we just want to kill stuff for the most part in a control deck instead of bouncing too much. If we were more aggressive, Blink of an Eye would obviously be better, but Shivan Fire is also top common and keeps us in mono red, so we'll take it. And there's a chance we end up maybe wheeling the Blink of an Eye if blue is more open, so we'll see. Skizzig is okay. There's also just Opt, honestly. Skizzig's fine. 5 mana, 3/3 Trample Haste is not bad. But I could just be tempted to just take a random Opt here just to improve my draw steps. Ariel pretty late too, but I don't think we're going to go out of our way to splash her. Warcry Phoenix is also just very medium. We don't have that many win conditions, but it should be fine. I think we should be able to get there. I don't think we need Skizzig. Let's just take Opt. And then another Chronicler. Probably just need to take our Fire Intervention now. Since we have triple Chronicler, which is already enough. And then at least Squee, we can just keep getting back. Like, if we're able to just keep killing the opponent's stuff, and tempoing them down out, we can just have this as just a random creature that can attack. So I'm down to try Squee, and also Goblin Chain Whirler is also a good attacker, so we are light on creatures, but we can maybe get there. And I don't mind a Keldon Raider, although a second Gitu Lava Runner might just be better, honestly. So we're trying to get to turn 6 here. So we don't really want to discard too many lands. The Lava Runners can also grow pretty large. They're fine on turn 1. Yeah, let's just take the Lava Runner. I think we should still have an okay deck. And it's still a Wizard that gets pumped by Atlas, so we'll take it over Keldon Warcaller. And then just take a Befuddle here. And then, another Chronicler. Do I really need triple Chronicler? Probably fine with a second op now, since we already have an excessive amount of Chroniclers. So this can improve the Gitu Lava Runners and also improve our Atlas. So we're this weird mix of aggro and control. Warlord Sphere. Okay, I guess we can just be even more aggressive now. So it transitioned into, it was started out like in a control deck with Gitu Chronicler, but now it's just going to become aggressive. I could even consider cutting a Gitu Chronicler, to be honest. It's not all that amazing, but nothing else in my sideboard looks amazing anyways. I'll just take a random and white, random Bloodtail Candle pretty late. Probably still run these, and might just run these out on turn 2, I don't know, or just save them. Or run a Jousting Lance, who knows. Rescue is also kind of interesting to talk about. Yeah, I guess we're just going to try to be this aggressive mid-rangey sort of blue-red deck, kind of aggressive in the early game. Try to get to the late game for these Chroniclers to get back our spells as removal. It doesn't have that much of a, it doesn't really have that much of a, good game plan. I could also main deck a Radiating Lightning, actually. That might be pretty good. The Voldalian Arcanist also just looks very medium. There's not too many expensive instances in sorceries. Like, there's these two, but that's about it. I guess I might kick a Blink of an Eye, but that's also just about it. So I can see cutting the Voldalian Arcanist, actually running a Radiant Lightning. I guess even Keldon Overseer can be a nice creature in the late game, which can help us steal something and get in for lethal. So I could be convinced to just cut a Chronicler, honestly. Yeah, Red has this weird dichotomy of having good aggressive, 1-drops and then all these controlling red cards. Syncopate's still good in aggro. I definitely like Run Amok. Yeah, I don't hate the Keldon Overseer. Not amazing again, but still can catch the opponent off guard. And it's a 3-1 haste. So, Squee is also interesting too, but we can cast him early and it's a 2-1. So we could cut a Chronicler, actually. And just throw in a random Radiating Lightning even, just to maybe do that final point of face damage we might need. So sure, we can try the Radiating Lightning. And yeah, the Chroniclers are going to take a while, and having 2 of them is fine enough. I don't need 3 copies, since it's just so damn expensive to get everything back. So we can just run maybe 17 lands just to be safe. And then we can always bottom lands with our opt. And we have a lot of card advantage, and we do need to get to turn 6 for these Chroniclers, and we need to get to turn 4 and turn 3, so maybe 17 lands is still fine, and then we can maybe go down, maybe go 10-7, just to maybe try to cast Chain Whirler on curve. We also don't have a ton of blue, but I don't think we can go down to 6, or I guess we can if we can cycle these Warlord Spheres enough. I don't know, maybe we still just go 10-7 just to be safe. Fervent Strike is also interesting. I've actually seen people play this, but it doesn't. The fact that it doesn't replace itself could be a bit problematic. So, yeah, let's just run this, see how it goes. No mythic uncommons. Sadly, I guess Alleys is kind of like our only mythic uncommon. No Impulsus Clutches. No Fight with Fires, but we have a game plan. And this deck can steal some games. I can definitely imagine it. Opening hand, well, we can maybe cast a Roller on turn 3. Yeah, I think I'll keep, and then we'll just drop our mountains and maybe cast this on curve, we'll see. Opponent leads with a Gitu Lava Runner. We also have Squee, which can kind of block it all day. So we'll just keep running our red mana, and I don't think I need to opt here. Or maybe I should keep up opt. But again, I might just cast this on curve. I'm just taking one per turn. It's not the end of the world. I might actually run out Squee first, though. Or just run out to Chain Whirler, although he's keeping up mana. So let's say he has Syncopates. Do I mind his Squee gets countered and dies? I don't think I'm running out Ataliz into this board state because I might want to opt with her. Or I guess if I'm planning on opting with Ataliz to hit for 3, then I probably want to run out Squee, and this doesn't really have that much value. So let's run out Squee here. And if it ends up getting countered, it ends up getting countered. If it doesn't, it's just a very good blocker that we can just keep casting from exile. Right. Sure, so he's going to be more aggressive here. We're probably just going to take 3. And then, do I want to be aggressive back, or do I just want to run out Chain Whirler here? Probably just run out Chain Whirler, I guess. And then just stay back here, and then we just have good blockers. And I'm probably going to save this opt for Ataliz to smash in for a ton. So we just need to play defense against the aggressive red deck. Okay, that's annoying. That gets rid of my Chain Whirler, but I still have a 2-1, which trades pretty nicely here, or blocks pretty nicely. So first things first, let's run out Ataliz. Let's run out Warlord's Fury. And then we're probably just going to opt here just to get the extra damage in. And we can probably take 3. Do I want Chronicler? It's okay. It does block pretty well, but there's not much I can want to get back from my graveyard. I'm probably planning to Divination and Lava Runner next turn, but I guess we can eventually just kick this. So sure, why not? Let's keep her. And then, yeah, probably just attack for 4, and then we can still chump or trade for this and then recast Squee. Opponent has his own Ataliz. Alright, so we'll be taking a shit ton if he has instances here. Alright, I'm just going to chump the Fire Fist Adept then to prevent the most damage. Or I should maybe block the Lava Runner. It's just going to give +1/+1 to everyone, so... Alright, that ruins my day. So we take 1,000,000. Wow. So this is what the blue-red wizard deck can do. Alright. Alright, we're facing against a better deck, which has a better plan, so there's not much I can say about it. Alright, blue-red. Ataliz is busted. Like, that one turn we just fell down to 1 with a single Runabout. So silly. Oh my god. Okay, that was... that definitely showed me. Okay, alright. Now I wish we were drafting the blue-black deck again, but I'm not even sure if we would have even won against that deck with our blue-black deck. Probably not. And now the server is shaking because we got our butts kicked. So this is what happens. Thank you very much, opponent, for showing us the power of blue-red. Or the power of Ataliz. Oh no, what is this? Network error? That's stupid. Alright, let's reconnect. Alright, oh, I guess there's a glitch going on or something. I don't know, I'm just gonna reconnect and see if we can, finish this draft. If not, then, I'm just gonna call it. Although, let's just wait. Maybe it loads quickly and we can try to finish this draft. Hopefully not get outrun over by other blue-red decks. But that was a disgusting run amok if I ever saw one. Like, you couldn't do anything. I guess the right... just block the 3 the most damage with Squee. But I really need an answer to Ataliz that game. Alright, let's do it again. The internet, my internet service provider is being a joke, so It's April Fool's is over, by the way. It's April the 2nd, ISP. Seriously. Alright, let's go. I guess we can cycle Warlord Fury, maybe draw into something, sure. We'll cycle another one, although I do want to use these as pump spells for allies. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, so let's just run this out. And there's a Gitu Lava Runner, which can hit for 2, so nice synergy there. I think this is definitely one of the more important commons in the red aggressive decks, along with Journey Mage. So, ooh, allies, but I think we just run a Journey Mage and surprise him with allies in case he has a Syncopate, which I need to play around, so yeah, let's play around Syncopate here and run the Journey Mage out. The Pizza Mage, that's what they call it, because it's holding a pizza. The Pizza Mage. Alright, I guess we run out allies. We can even shock the face and deal crap ton of damage, actually. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do that. How much damage is it, though? This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that's a lot of damage, so I think we just go for it here. Although my internet's being stupid, so let's just do it. The fact that it pumps the whole team is pretty insane, and wow, is that lethal? No. It's already down to 1 life. Holy crap. The blue-red deck is so silly. We just did exactly what the opponents... I mean, we didn't run amok, but we basically did what our opponent did to us in that previous match close enough, so that's pretty stupid. Holy crap. Blue-red's dumb. Blue-red is the best deck, I guess, in the format. And then, I guess blue-black. Black-green is the second best for the grindy decks, or blue and blue. I think black-green and blue-black are both close, I think. And then blue-green, I mean blue-white, I think, and then blue-green, and then what's the other? And then green-white is also very strong, but yeah. I think the worst decks in this format are red-green and maybe white-black and red-black, but they're still solid decks. They're still fine. They're like not unplayable by any means. Not like whatchamacallit, Neon Dynasty, where there's some colors and archetypes. I mean, some archetypes you want to avoid altogether. I mean, they're definitely weaker than the top decks, but they're still solid. If they come together, they can be very good. But yeah, the best decks the best decks in this format are mostly blue. And then, yeah, to a lesser extent, maybe I guess the green go wide sapperling strategies. So, still fun, still very fun set. So, well, no red mana. I think this is a mulligan. All right, we'll keep this, and then can bottom Radiant Lightning. Although I do want to shoot him in the face, but we do need our red mana for Squee and our Goblin Chain Whirler. So, I think I'll have to bomb these and take it from there. Alright. Hopefully get some Warlord's Furies going. Can maybe top deck allies. Opponent's also blue. Maybe a blue-red deck, blue-black, who knows. Blue-black. And yeah, nothing to cast, so I'm just going to play out my red mana in case the Goblin Chain Whirler comes out. And then if he doesn't, then I'm just going to run out Island, just to have maybe a turn for a Blink of an Eye if I need to. Just to go. Can even Wizards Lightning something annoying end of turn. Probably going to see a Syncopate here. And I probably want my Overseer Syncopated over Divination since it's better to have card advantage, so we're probably going to see this get countered. I won't be surprised. And if not, I'm hoping Fungal Infection doesn't get us here. But I got to play into it. Cast down is fine. Alright, I'll eat a cast down. And then the game lagged there, so not sure what's going on. So probably fine running Mountain. and drawing 2 first with Divination, and then we can keep up instant speed Wizard's Lightning. Alright, I guess I'll run out second Lava Runner. So do I attack here? If he has Fungal Infection, that's going to risk it, so I think I'm just going to say go and play around Fungal Infection. Because he's keeping up on his... Alright, yep. I guess there's Merfolk Trickster, which I also need to keep my eye out on, so luckily I played around that. Misha, Self-Replicator, that's scary. So I probably want to shoot that down with Wizard's Lightning and hit for 2, and then hopefully set up a key to Chronicler to get back Wizard's Lightning or get back the Divination. And I'm fine trading here. This card's kind of awkward in the aggressive decks as well, as you can see. I probably want to maybe get back Divination for more card advantage, since the Wizard's Lightning doesn't really deal that much. And I probably want to draw into Adelies or something, so we'll see. Could be Soul Salvage, Jorah's Familiar. I guess we can maybe get Wizard's Lightning for Tetsuku and Familiar. Alright, so he can block my 2/2, so probably just gonna... I mean, I do want to draw cards, honestly. I don't know, this is rough. This is very rough. Like, we're actually the aggressive deck, so I think we actually just take a Divination here, as opposed to the Wizard's Lightning. And then we also have other removal spells we can draw into, so let's just do this instead. Alright, my Icy Manipulator, the Mythic Uncommon. It's really good. So, yeah. That's going to shut us down a bit, but hopefully we can, again, aggro him out. So, fine playing out land first, I think. And then run a Divination. And Adelies is sweet, but he can block it. Again, he can also counter it, so I think I'm just going to say go. And then surprise him with Adelies. Next turn, hope I get an instant to combine with Adelies. But we'll take 3. And then even if he taps down Adelies, I can still hit for a decent amount here. For maybe potentially 5. There's no ninjutsu in this set, so we don't need to care about Tetsuku doing anything crazy. Alright, Fire Intervention, destroying the Icy Manipulator is nice, so I'll have access to 4, 5, 6, 7 mana and 8, so I can run both, but I probably want to run Adelies first. If he has Counterspell, he'll pay for it anyways. Even if I play this first in it, even if I Intervention first, so I think I just run out Adelies here. And then I just want to Intervention, getting rid of the Icy Manipulator. Pumping my team, and then we can attack for, I guess, 5 at the very least. Decides to tap the 3/3 down instead. Not sure what this implies, but I'm still attacking. Alright, that's good. So now Manipulator is gone, and we have Adelies, so hopefully no Embossed Clutches. The freeze is annoying, and it shuts down all abilities. So yeah, that's going to be kind of awkward. I need to draw into some other stuff here. Like a Blink of an Eye, which can bounce Adelies. Alright, that looks good. So I'm probably going to do a main phase. And do it with Kicker so I can draw a card. Hopefully nothing interferes with this. Right, nope. Ooh, and Syncopate is nice, but I'm just going to run out Adelies here. Otherwise he's going to suspect something, and I don't want to attack here, just say go. I can Syncopate for only 1 though, which can be kind of awkward. Yep, that's awkward. Maybe I should hold on to it and done it last turn, but sure. And we'll take 2. And I can hit back for 1, but I guess that's fine since I have Rampaging Cyclops as backup. And this 1 damage could matter, so we'll smash for 1. And then run out to Cyclops, which can deal a ton of damage if it's uncontested, so that's fine. Drudge Sentinel is kind of annoying. Can I counter it? I guess I can. Do I want to counter it? I think I do. Yeah, I think I do. X equals 5. It's not a card I want to counter, but it is going to be annoying if he gets another blocker that can also just gain Indestructible. Yeah, it's a pretty sad card that I need to counter, but I think I still do so. And then, ooh, Chronicler is nice, so I can get back I guess another divination. Let's kick this first. I guess I can get back Wizard's Lightning since he's pretty low on life. I probably want to do that instead. Yeah, let's grab Wizard's Lightning here. And then I can still attack for 4. And then hold on to this Wizard's Lightning to maybe answer Tetsuko or some other annoying threats. But we can smash him for 4, which is a lot, so that's good. And then he's forced to chump this next turn because I can do 3 damage to his face, so yeah. Wow, decides to even concede. Alright, opponent must be flooding there, but that was pretty fun. So we can also play a long grindy game. Probably can't outvalue, you know, the opponents with Embolus's Clutches or even Eldest Reborn, but we can still play against other, you know, grindy decks that are not as powerful. So currently 2-1. I guess I'm not sure. I think I'm I'm definitely 2-1. I think. So we still have a long way to go. Right, opening hand seems okay. If we can haste this out and then maybe draw some cards, we'll try it. And we're not, and for 10/7 mana base, we're not doing bad at all. Sorcerer's Wand, all right. And yeah, probably just run out the red mana, although probably not necessary unless we draw another mountain. But we're planning to play the Keldon Overseer anyways next turn, so let's just run out the island just in case we need to blink of an eye, which I don't think we will need to. So say go. And then probably just run this out. If it gets countered, it gets countered. If it gets killed by Gideon's Reproach, so be it. And then we can always use this as burn damage, even though blue-white doesn't have a lot of 1 toughness going on. Opponent's just playing a bunch of random historic spells. Right, I guess we can keep up Syncopate or just Divination now. I think I just Divination now since I can always just Wizard's Lightning here, so first things first, let's attack. And then let's Divination, and we can pay for Syncopate, so that's good. Call the Cavalry is pretty good. And that lines up pretty nicely against my 3-1. So you can see why the aggressive decks aren't great in this format. So now what's probably fine attacking, trading for 1, and then bouncing the other one end of turn, although we don't get to draw a card. So I guess we just attack, and then if he blocks 1, that's fine. So that's already a nice 2 for 1. And then I guess we can still take 2, keep up our counterspell and say go. And then end of turn we can kick the Gitu Chronicler and get back Divination. This is also an instance to keep that in mind, so hopefully the opponent will eventually play something of 1 toughness, like a Dauntless Bodyguard, which I'm actually happy to kill. So end of turn I might actually use Radiating Lightning as opposed to Syncopate or Blink. Yeah, let's just do that now. Seems quite good. And this way we can take out the Bodyguard and deal some face damage, which is a lot. I guess he can sacrifice it, but he's still going to take 3. And it does the same thing anyways, so that's fine. And 11 damage, and 3 damage is a lot, so Goblin Chain Whirler would have also been pretty nice. Yeah, I could Goblin, but I don't have anything to follow up. I guess I can Goblin and keep up Syncopates, which is really, really interesting here. I guess that's fine. We can syncopate for 2. Although the Chronicler is mana efficient and can get back Divination, but I don't know. It's kind of a mix. Let's just play out the Goblin Chain Whirler. He's at 11 life. And I guess I can also, I guess he's going to try to Blood Talcano, and then we can bounce our own Goblin Chain Whirler if he tries to answer it. We'll see. I guess this has, yeah, this has, doesn't have Summoning Sickness, so it can ping me. So we'll probably see him use the Blood Talcano, and I can bounce it. Academy Journey Mage, I can counter. So let's just do the Syncopate for 2, so this lined up pretty nicely. And if I get double blue, I might just keep up the Blink of an Eye and Wizard's Lightning as opposed to Gitu Chronicling, because I want to keep this around, and there's my double blue, so let's run this out and attack for 3. And then if he tries to use the candle, I can bounce and draw a card, and also Wizard's Lightning the 2/2 if I want to, or shoot him in the face. So we'll say go. And we should be able to race him quicker than he can race us. So I could also prompt the issue. I guess I can shoot this here. If he dubs, that's interesting. Maybe I just bounced it. Yeah, I guess I can bounce it here, since he can't Blood Talcandle my my 3/3 if he decides to do this, and I can punish him severely here. Yep, so we get a nice 2-for-1, or a 3-for-1, since we get rid of the dub token and we draw a card. So that's pretty insane. Right. Maybe save this for Adelies. I guess we can intervention the Blood Talcandle. I like that. Let's do that instead. But I guess we can draw a card first. Might as well cycle this while we can. Q2 Journey Mage is interesting, but I think we just gotta take out the candle, so we won't have a way to interact with our Goblin Chain Whirler. Should have maybe kept up another mana for in case of Syncopate, which he could have, but this is good. And then we can smash for 3. Right, Befuddle for a turn just to draw. Fine, fair enough. He can make tokens. Ooh, Gitu Lava Runner is really sweet, so let's run out the Gitu. And then probably play out the Journey Mage just in case it gets answered. I think this is fine. Deal 2 to his face, and then he can make some tokens, chump, or he can make some tokens and double block. And we can finish him off with a Wizard's Lightning too, we'll see. Alright, Bone's just going to concede here. Fair enough. Yep. Alright, so our deck is really solid. Even though it's not the best blue-red deck, it still gets there. And no one wants a Goblin Chain Whirler except us, like it just came late. So, might as well take advantage of it while we can. Alright, 3-1. Let's keep this up. This hand would be nice if we had a single creature, but it doesn't. So I think I'm going to mulligan. This hand does have creatures. Alright, we can keep this, and I think I just bottom maybe Syncopate, since all three of these creatures are really nice. I do like Syncopate though. Do I attempt to bottom the land? I mean, the Syncopate is also nice on turn 2, so what if I just bottom the Gitu Journey Mage? Sure, I don't get to deal 2 to him, but I don't know. I could also take the risk and bomb a mountain, but that's just a little bit too risky. Syncopate on turn 2 isn't bad, although he's on the play, so I guess it's not that good. So sure, maybe Syncopate goes, or I guess Squee can maybe go. I like the fact that this can just keep coming back. Let's just get rid of Syncopate. It's not good since he's on the play. Counter spells aren't amazing, but I guess we could have snagged something pretty good with it. I don't know. It's a little bit sad though that we had to get rid of a Syncopate, but maybe I should have bought him a 3-drop instead. Not sure. Opponent's also blue-red. Ooh, with a Dean Naban, but we couldn't have countered that anyways. So I think we just say go. I guess I can opt for maybe a Shivan Fire. Do I want to main phase it? I guess I might want to, so let's do it. A Wizard's Lightning isn't bad. Okay, I mean, I can't really say no to Wizard's Lightning, although we won't get a discount onto it until... I still think we have to keep, it's just too good, so we'll say go and take 2. We can even afford to maybe run out Squee and then surprise him with Adeliz and Wizard's Lightning, assuming we get another mountain. But we'll take 4 here, which is kind of absurd. But Squee can hold the line, which is really nice. And then we can set up the Wizard's Lightning next turn. So yeah, this can just keep blocking forever, which is nice. He could run amok, but we can still force the issue. Rampaging Cyclops is pretty good, but we can still chump it. So let's think here. Probably have to do the Adeliz gameplay, and then we can still chump the Cyclops for 4. And we just want to take out the 2-1 now before it becomes a problem. And then we can still smash for 3 in the air. I can also just take 4, and then, I mean, I could just chump it and replay it. But maybe it's fine taking 4, and I can keep up Journey Mage and Blink next turn, but this does imply a run amok. Or maybe he does. I guess this means he doesn't have it. I'll take 4 then. It's still early on. Like, I don't like this, but I think I have to do this. Alright. Blink of an Eye is nice. So probably just want to run out the Journey Mage. Could see a counterspell. There's a Syncopate, so a pretty popular card that everyone keeps playing. Alright, so I guess we can hit for 2 and then chump. And still keep up Blink of an Eye. I could also just blink this back to his hand and make him recast it. But chumping is also kind of good here, I think. Alright, so his goblins have haste, sure. I guess I probably want to bounce a 4-4 to prevent all the damage, since he's going to aggro here, so I think we can block, and then before damage we can bounce the 4-4. If I knew he had a 2-2 haste, I could have kept this back. I guess this could be a run amok or a second Syncopate. But I still think this is the right play here. And then hopefully we can top deck some instances and sorceries. Wow, a second Syncopate. Wow, this opponent does not give up. Alright. We're taking a lot. But we can... Ooh, Weight of Memory. I think it's still Squee Chump. And then we probably need to maybe trade for the 2-2 or... Yeah, it's probably Squee and Chump here. Or Squee and trade or Squee and double block. I guess we can Squee and double block and then Adeliz dies and we can still keep the 2-1 next turn to block the Goblin Warchief. But everyone's drafting blue-red and it's just so good. Alright, I guess we're just dead, right? Unless we chump. So, yeah, I guess we just have to chump here and trade. I guess we get rid of Wizards so he doesn't get pumped by his own allies, but ooh, Goblin Chain Whirler. I guess I can cast both. Although this is triple red, so now you can see the weird awkwardness of Chain Whirler and Squee. Alright. If I could double spell, I could do so, but that's not the case, so. Everyone's trying to force blue-red, and they're trying to get away with it. And that was pretty sad that he had that second Syncopate, but what can you do? It's a popular card in this format that you have to play around. It's also one of the top performing blue commons, funny enough. Even though it's a top performing blue common, it's still not like the best blue common, since I would still take like Blink of an Eye, pack one, pick one over it, or even Cloud Reader Sphinx. But keep in mind, if it's going late, then it's a sign, and it's still really good. So, alright, we'll just keep playing. Hopefully we can get 1 or 2 more wins to make up for our losses. And then who knows, I might just do a Neon Dynasty draft to round everything up. Or just do one more Dominaria. This hand's okay, not amazing, but we have a Chronicler which can block. I'll try it. It's not an aggressive start, but it's not the worst, and if the opponent is aggressive, then we can drop a 1-3 which can hold it off. And it's a green, so alright, we can maybe set up for a Keldon Wars Overseer. Probably not going to run out Mountain. I don't think we're going to be playing the Goblin Chain Whirler on curve. Green-black is a little bit annoying though, because he does make Sapperlings. But I can kill that later, and might as well swing in for 3 here. Yeah, this is just not a good matchup, because he can just -1/-1 on my 3/1. And it feels bad, so he probably has a Fungal Infection or Sapperling Migration to mess me up. I won't be surprised. Alright, an Untamed Kavu is fine. And I also have a Run Amok. So I guess we just attack here, and then I might just run out this Chronicler as a blocker now. And we still have the Wizard's Lightning. If he blocks, then I'm fine using Run Amok then. Alright, sure. Since this is a crap ton of damage, and so do I still run out the Chronicler? I do get a discount of Wizard's Lightning next turn, which could be key, along with keeping up Blink of an Eye. But maybe it's still too early. I'm just going to say go. I could also just hard cast the Wizard's Lightning for the hell of it. This is also 4 mana to activate, so 1 more land, and then he can make 2/1/1. So I do want to maybe cash in some more extra damage. Eviscerate, so do I blink this? Probably not, since it's not worth saving against a bunch of 1/1s. Alright, we'll just let it resolve. And then, yeah, I probably just need to run this out now, just as a good blocker. Unfortunately, we won't get value with it, but we need something to prevent us from taking 2 every turn. Traxos is annoying, but if he manages to untap it, I can still blink it, and if I get land, I can destroy it with Fiery Intervention. So I think this is actually a pretty good target to Wizard's Lightning here while he's going to pass the turn. And I can Fire Intervention, assuming I get a land. If not, then we can maybe keep up Blink of an Eye. Yeah, I'll probably just hit him for 1 and then blink this if he decides to hit me for 7. I won't get value off the blink, but I still think it's important to prevent all the damage from happening and make him waste his entire turn. Oh, on Sarah's Wings, so now we can really blow him out. So on response, let's blink it. And yeah, that's just a huge blowout, so that's nice. Shivan Fire, alright, we'll hit for 1. And then once we get land, we can destroy the Traxos. I guess it's still a 1-for-1 since we traded the blink for it on Sarah's Wings. And now we're trading the Fire Intervention for the Traxos. Assuming I can get more than just this. So I still think I attack for 1. And then we might just Radiant Lightning. I guess we might want to say Radiant Lightning for the 1/1 tokens he makes. We'll say go. but this can be pretty bad if he smashes me for 7. He might just pass the turn though. Yeah, that means he doesn't have any instant speed. Alright, I guess we just run out Adelies here. I could also just attack. And I guess just hit for 3 could be okay. And then maybe set up the Radiant Lightning next turn. Yeah, I probably want to keep the 1-3 back just because he could have, because he's planning to make the tokens here, so that's fine. Luckily they're not historic. And we can still Radiant Lightning next turn to get rid of them, or do it later. And then maybe answer this first, which could be, again, an issue. But if not, we can definitely burn him. Alright, we can blow him out if he has a trick, so we'll just do this. And then we can blow him out with Shivan Fire here. And it also gets pumped, so if he, opponent just realizes I just have everything. Alright, sweet. Alright, 4 and 2. We got 1,400 gems back. One more and we can make at least 100 more than what we've invested on. And yeah, hopefully we can get there. Let's keep playing. Alright, Adelies. Alright, we can save the op for Adelies, or maybe we can try to find a Warlord Sphere, but I'm keeping this. Not sure if I even want to opt, but maybe it's the most important thing to do to maybe find something good for next turn. Yeah, I'm just going to opt here. We could always find Warlord Sphere for Adelies and Waits. It's fine, but it's kind of expensive. I could still keep it though, but yeah, I could still keep it. Although, we do have a turn 5 intervention. Let's just bomb it then. And hope we don't flood out too much. As I say that, we draw another island, so now I might regret it. And then if he runs out Adelies, we can kill it. Kami Drake is fine. Probably hold on to this Wizards Lightning. Probably not going to run out Adelies. Or maybe it's okay, so we can swing back for 2 and we're not doing anything else. I probably want to surprise him with Adelies as opposed to just playing it out, so I'm just going to say go. And hold on to his Wizard's Lightning in case there's something scarier. Rampaging Cyclops is also just fine. Ooh, opponent plays a medium card. Okay, I'm down to face against medium cards. Could also be Syncopate next turn. So if it's Syncopate, we play Divination. If it's not, we run out Rampaging Cyclops. I feel like this format is full of Divination, Syncopates, and this 2 mana is a little bit awkward, so I'm just gonna run out I think a Divination here. We'll see if there's a pause, no pause. And then we can just discard a land end of turn, probably find discarding island. And then we can run out Cyclops next turn, or opt, or Adelies, opt, and Wizard's Lightning. We're not taking that much damage. And end of turn he can untap this. Cloud Reader Sphinx is a good one. Alright, could just fire Intervention that instead. Maybe that's just better. I don't really like the clunky removal with the intervention, so this is the reason why I don't like most of the Red's commons outside of Shivan Fire, because of how clunky this is. So probably just need to fire this off, take another 3, And then I guess we're just going to try to play a grinding matchup and then try to surprise him with Adeliz. So yeah, probably just run out Mountain and Intervention now. Because he can deal 5 damage in the air, and even if I play out Cyclops, it's not really that good, so this is fine. Take 3 haphazard bombardments, can target my lands, alright? I mean, sure. Alright, we're gonna lose some lands, but maybe we can, I guess now we want to draw more lands now. Alright, fair enough. Radiant Lightning. I guess I just run out another land rights. I can also Adeliz and smash for a ton, but I would like more Wizards. I guess I can Adeliz, Wizards, Lightning, the 3/2/2, and also I guess Warlord's Fury. I guess we want a Warlord's Fury with Adeliz, so what we can do is this, we can play land. I guess never mind, we have to opt with her, but it's fine. Do this, Wizard's Lightning, the Academy Drake from so we don't take 1,000,000 damage. And then we can opt and hit him for 4. Run Amok isn't bad, I'll take a Run Amok. And hopefully we can just try to take over. Although him blowing up my lands kind of hurts. I guess he has removal. Oh, just a way of memory. Alright, that's fine. Ooh, mills my squeeze, so getting value off of my squee there. I do need to hit my lands though. Diligent Excavator. Alright, so he's a mill strategy. Alright, I actually appreciate the opponent trying to do mill, especially in a format that doesn't really reward you with mill, so. Choose 4 non-land, I mean, if 2 or more, so he still gets to kill them. So I could run out the Lava Runner, but I think we just want to run out the Rampaging Cyclops while we can, and hit for 2, so we still have a good blocker. And a creature he has to contend with. So we're going to lose one of our islands. We could still, like, maybe cast a Warlord's Fury and take it from there, or I can cast a Run Amok. Opponent is playing a fun control deck, shooting down my poor mountains. What's this? Impulse Clutches? Well, that would kind of suck. I actually don't care if he mills me, honestly. I think I can kill him before he mills me out. But I would love another red source, if I could get one. And I'm more heavy red than blue, so there's a decent amount left in the library. Candle to take out Adeliz is kind of annoying. There goes my Blink of an Eye. I guess he's going to try to kill the Rampaging Cyclops and hit me for 2 and try to race. That could make sense. Opponent can keep it up at instant speed as well. So rip land. He could also have another instant to hold up. Right, we're running out of lands here, so I guess we just Warlord's Fury and see what's up. He kills my Adeliz, that's fine. Just another blue source. We still need to run our lands though, and I guess we're attacking with both, since that's kind of our way of winning, I think, if he tries to incidentally mill us. But getting locked down on red mana does not feel good, so. Alright, I guess. Oh, I forgot that this shrinks. I'm an idiot. Alright, rip Adeliz. Alright, the opponent got us here, I think, this game, if I'm. Unless I maybe take one of these out. Yeah, I guess I can take one of these out eventually if I decide to attack. But he still needs to keep up like 2 blockers. I guess I can Run Amok. I guess this is a good turn to Run Amok if he tries to double block next turn. Or I can Radiant Lightning to finish one of them off. Guess this can untap. Artificer's Assistant, alright. Ooh, Radiant Lightning seems pretty good now. Alright, let's run out the red mana. And I guess I can even run out maybe the Gitu Lava Runner. Or maybe I just want... No, Yeah, I guess I can run out the Gitu Lava Runner, but he does have 2 lands. But I'm assuming he doesn't have anything, honestly. Let's just run this out. And then I could use a Radiant Lightning here. Just main phase it, honestly. Yeah, I guess we can just main phase it, so we don't have to deal with the Artificer. And then we can still attack. Trade for one of these. Chumps, alright. I mean, I still kill one of these, and I think I take out the Excavator, because it can actually mill me, so that's fine. But that was pretty sweet. Opponent probably just sandbagging lands in his hand, and then Run Amok can maybe help me steal the game. I can also eventually kick and get back a spell. What the hell is this? Ooh, is this Fight with Fire? I guess it is. Alright, Fight with Fire to my face. Alright, GG's. Took 10 damage to the face with Fight with Fire. Alright. Gotta congrats my opponent for doing the controlled game against me. But either way, my hand really wasn't that good either way, so I don't know. I guess I was just he managed to drop the bombard early and then just mess with my lands, and that totally set me back. But if he didn't have Fight with Fire, I think we could have stolen the game there. But yeah, 4-3. Maybe just do one more Dominaria draft and call it, since I have maybe time for one more. Yeah, might as well. Let's claim our prize. So 4-3 with OK blue-red deck. And then hopefully we can try this again. Alrighty, so pack 1, pick 1, premier draft, Dominaria. This is the 3rd draft, and probably the final draft for this video. We opened up Urgoros, which is fine, a little bit expensive at the top end, but if you can connect once with Urgoros, it's pretty nice. Outside of Urgoros, there's nothing amazing at common, and the rare is pretty unplayable in this format unless you want to try some fun stuff. I don't know, adding 3 mana of any one color doesn't really help you splash, to be honest. So I'll probably just take Urgoros, and who knows, maybe we can abandon it, or this can be still find a nice finisher in one of our black decks. We'll see. Alright, that's a bomb. This is a Zahid Genie of the Lamp. Although there's Onsera's Wings, which is also a mythic uncommon in this set. But if I have a color preference, I definitely prefer to be in blue over white. Both of these are actually kind of close, I think. At common, there's also, I guess, Lava Runner, Intervention, and Deathbloom Thallid, but definitely, in terms of power level, these are definitely better. Yeah, I think given that I'd rather be base blue in this set over white, I think I'm just going to take Zahid. And if we can pick up a nice artifact to ramp this out with, that's pretty good. Like maybe a Skittering Surveyor. I'm not going to play a Short Sword or anything like that. Sadly, I do need to pass up on Sarah's Wings. But I think, again, I'd rather be in blue. This is an R6 drop, but I'm not even sure if Urgoros and these two will go in the same deck. But yeah, we'll take Zahid. Both of these are bombs, but I'd rather be in blue, so let's take Zahid. Right, we can take a Divination. Some fine commons here. Omnivore for Saprolings, Run Amok for the red-blue aggro deck, and then Grow from the Ashes for some sort of multicolor ramp deck, but just take a Divination. Had we taken on Sarah's Wings, we'd probably still be looking at this Divination here, so glad that I took Zahid. Navigator's Compass can be kind of cute if you want to do multicolor and maybe go down a land, but I still think it's not necessary as much, and a bit of a weird build around. So let's take Divination. Alright, that's a pretty late Shana, but it's not in any of our colors. But there's also Shivan Fire, which is definitely the best card in this pack, so we can maybe move into blue-red and abandon Urgoros if we have to. And yeah, so This seems like the best card and a top common. Red is the worst color, but again, when it's paired with blue, it's very excellent. That's a reason why you want to gravitate towards blue as much as possible in this format. And then, yeah, the rest of the other red decks are okay. Red, white, red, green are both okay. Same with red, black. But we'll take a Shivan Fire. And then the commons and red just tend to drop off anyways. Alright, so if you end up blue-red, we could take a Run Amok here, which should be pretty powerful. Cold Water Snapper plays better in a much more defensive controlling deck, but we have 2 6-drops already if we're going to go that direction. So probably just take a Run Amok. Maybe we can set up blue-red aggro. So Heat is a 6-drop for the deck, but it's still fine. And if we pick up, again, a good artifact, we can help ramp it out. Another solid common here is Yavimaya Sappered for Sapperlings and go wide for the Abzan go wide strategy, but I still think we take Run Amok. So sure. Alright, there's this, which is not an amazing pack. If we have the Rona, this can be a nice historic spell to get back. I guess as an artifact for Zahid, so I could also just consider it. Otherwise, Rampaging Cyclops is a fine 4-drop. Honestly, really between these two. I mean, playing this out just to Ram Zahid seems kind of bad, honestly, because you have to rely on getting this first, and even then it's kind of expensive. There's also this Memorial to War, but I don't think it's good. Let's just take Rampaging Cyclops as a fine 4-drop, good blocker. And if they don't have 2 blockers, hitting for 4 is a lot, so we'll take it. And then seeing a late Calgo Skin Witch, which I'm not going to pass up here. We are seeing some blue wizards, and this can be pretty nice if we pick up some expensive spells we can kick. But Calgo Skin Witch is enough better that we got to take it over these other wizards. And I don't know, this could be a mispick, but I think it's still the right thing to do. So we'll take it here. And who knows, we could be in, I don't know, some sort of red-black aggro deck. Ooh, Firefist Adept, pick 8. So, yeah, the more wizards, the better. We're going to take it here, and red seems like the most open color. Card's crazy. Nice 2-for-1. So if we can be blue-red, I'm hoping we can end up there, but there's also an option to maybe end up in black-red with the Calgo Skin, which is that's kind of our wizards, and we can play maybe a controlling game, since black is grindy, and red has Gitu Chronicler to get back spells. Never play the black-red aggro deck in this format, so it's mostly just looking to grind. But blue-red, and I think blue-red is mostly trying to be aggressive, whereas black-red's trying to be aggressive, and blue-black's trying to be controlling. I don't know. We're definitely in the Grixis colors. And then, yeah, just a random 2-drop in case we need one. But this is at its best in blue-red, since blue-red has the highest density of wizards. And damn, this card was also late, so red, the worst color, but still amazing with blue. And there's a lot of support for blue-red at common, whereas red-green, red-white, and red-black aren't really well supported. Red-black doesn't even really have a major... The theme of red-black, actually, in this format, I think, was actually Sacrifice, funny enough. But it shows that blue... it's more of just a grindy deck. Alright, so it's one of these red cards. I think it's just Warlord's Fury if we're trying to do blue-red aggro. Intervention's okay, but still clunky. So let's take a Warlord's Fury. It's kind of funny. This usually, if I was speaking to my younger self, he would actually take the Fire Intervention. But at this point, I think we actually take Warlord's Fury, since again, blue-red aggro is really good. And I don't want to spend 5 mana to play a removal spell when I can just Firefist Adept and cast some other spell. So yeah, Warlord's Fury is just a nice cantrip. In case we pick up those Gitu Lava Runners or an Adeliz, it just plays really well. The first strike is also relevant, so it makes it difficult to block. The Fire Intervention would make more sense if I end up red-black, but again, it's still really clunky, honestly, and these are like 2 6-drops. We might have to play this, not sure. Since if we're going to try to run amok here, we need a 2-drop. Alrighty, well, that's a fun card, but I don't think it's the pick. Probably Lava Runner versus Merfolk Trickster here. Merfolk Trickster is double blue, and we're heavy red, so not easy to cast. Probably just take Lava Runner, given that we're so heavy red, and this is just so good with the Warlord's Fury and the Runamucks. It's a strange first pick, because my first pick is, if I was to pack one, pick one, is between like these three cards. Daragaz would be a pretty fun to build around, but you need Grow from the Ashes to get it going, and you can get out-tempoed, but I think Knight of Malice and Merfolk Trickster are definitely a step above Gitu Lava Runner. It's funny here, like, Trickster is probably definitely better than Lava, but it's going to be, again, difficult to cast. So I'm just going to take Gitu Lava Runner instead. And yeah, just draft this Hyper Aggro red deck, and this is a perfect one drop for it, so take it. And then there's this pack, which has some okay cards. Fire Intervention, we can maybe play a copy. Sorcerer's One can be pretty interesting, I guess, with multiple wizards, but it is kind of expensive to equip. Juggernaut is just also interesting too. The Tolarian Scholar is a wizard, but better in a more defensive deck, but we're gearing out to be more aggressive. So it's very interesting here. I could be just tempted to take the Sorcerer's Wand maybe, but we're looking to attack with our wizards anyway, so I don't really want to equip and just ping the opponent with the whole tap effect. I guess I might as well take it then, but I don't know. The best card in this pack, I think, is Sapperling Migration. We'll take an intervention in case we need one. Sometimes we just need that one chonky removal spell, and then we'll take a Gitu Lava Runner here. And not much else. There's a Thorn Elemental, but it's okay. But just take another Lava Runner. And then hopefully pick up more cheap spells in our deck to enable them. Gitu Journey Mages would be amazing as well. Yeah, one Fire Intervention is not the worst. But I really don't like 5 mana removal. I think it's overrated. Alright, there's this pack. Probably just take Academy Drake as a nice 3-drop. Not a wizard, but has the potential to be kicked later. Over Weight of Memory, which is going to add another 5 mana spell. Weight is fine, but Divination is just better. Like, you'll take it if you're in a blue-black control deck, but we're not that type of deck. So let's take the Academy Drake. That's pick 4, so that's a good sign that blue-red is open more than black. Ooh, that's a Goblin Barrage. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Goblin Barrage here over second Divination, over Gitu Chronicler, over Scholar. Just a nice removal spell for 4 mana, very efficient. So I'm gonna take it here. Four mana is fine, but 5 mana, I don't know. Four mana and 5 mana is definitely different. And the nice thing about this is you can even sacrifice a Goblin or an artifact to deal face damage. So maybe we should be on the lookout for those the 2/2 Goblins that can gain Menace. But we're still going to just take a Divination here. Wild Onslaught pretty good for the go wide decks. Grows pretty solid too for Daragaz if we were to first pick it. And then there's a Scholar, which is again better in a more defensive deck, but I mean, Divination is a control card anyways, but it's just drawing 2 is better than playing out of 2/3, so just taking our Divination. Hopefully find some Academy Journey Mages. That could be useful. Ooh, speaking of Journey Mage, here it is, pick 7s, and there's also Vicious Offering, so it seems quite good. Yeah, Arcanist also fine with Intervention, but let's take Academy Journey Mage. It's mostly going to be a 4-drop in this deck. It's perfect. And that late Firefist Adept Pack 1 was a sign we definitely should be this red-based Wizards deck. Even if we end up red-black, we should definitely be in that realm. Caligo or Caligo? I think it's Caligo Skin Witch. I'm such a bad pronouncer. But yeah, this card, if you saw the first draft, this card did a lot of work. But blue-red's aggressive, so hopefully we can end this video in less than an hour. We get some nice juicy wins. Alright, do I just run the artifact? There's also another one. Keldon Warcaller's medium, but maybe it is the pick. I don't know. I don't think we're going to be ramping out Zahid in this deck. It's all just whatever. Just take a 2-drop. And then, yeah, Cyclops is better just than Hammermid because actively milling the opponent can be kind of bad. And then this is an interesting card too. Seismic Shift. I could put this in the sideboard, but I could see myself running double Cyclops. And then we'll take a Tolarian Scholar if we need a random 3-drop. But the Gitu Journey Mage is just a lot better. Wow. Alright, I guess we have all of each. Just take another 2-drop here. So red aggro is open. But I'd rather have the Goblin, the 2/2 that can gain Menace when you kick a spell over to Keldon Warcaller, but we might have to play a copy maybe just to have a random 2/2. Pretty bad card. And there's a bunch of 1/3s in this format. I just talked about that, and it's kind of a dead card in certain matchups. Wow, even late Scholar. So yeah, blue-red is open, but someone else is taking all the other blue commons, so let's be on the lookout for them as we open up this pack, which doesn't really have anything too exciting for an aggressive red deck. Like a Wizard's Retort could be fine. I guess Syncopate is pretty good here. We draft Squee in the last draft, but it's just also medium and hard to cast. I don't really like any double blue or double red cards because we don't have any fixing. And again, we're not a control deck that's trying to Wizard's Retort. I think it's actually just Syncopate here. It's probably just an improvement over Wizard's Retort since it's just so flexible. There's also, again, the Chronicler for 6-mana we're looking to kick and a 2-drop Wizard, but it's not a very good aggressive creature. So, yeah, let's just take a Syncopate here. Seems fine. Over a 3rd Divination, and there's this pack, which just sucks. Arcane Flight, I guess, if we pick up a Coldwater Snapper, can be kind of cute. There's also, I guess, I can hate drop a Knight of Malice. If it was best out of 3, I'd probably do so. Yeah, I think we're just bought into blue-red that we can't really afford to move into red-black anytime soon. So, I don't know, we'll take an Arcane Flight, but pretty disappointing pack. Alright, there's this pack, another Academy Journey Mage, seems awesome. And Mirage Conjecture is really a bomb in the control deck, but you really need Blink of an Eye on the 3rd chapter to kind of loop this infinitely. Not going to be my pick here because, again, we're just trying to tempo the opponent out. So, probably just take the Academy Journey Mage, but Mirage Conjecture is a bomb in the right deck, but not for this one. And then another Drake seems good. Seeing late Shauna, late Deathbloom Thallid, so black-red would have been a fine strategy, but this is better. And then maybe I do just play a Jousting Lance here. We don't really have any tokens, but I don't think I need another Warcaller or even Armor Explorer. The Construct is kind of interesting too, but it's also just a bad card. I guess Warcry Phoenix can be interesting. It does come in with haste, so maybe we just try the Warcry Phoenix. I don't know. 4-mana 2/2 is not amazing, but the Jousting Lance for Zahid is fine too, but just kind of expensive. I'm just going to take the Warcry Phoenix. And wow, another Journey Mage. Although there's fixing, man. I wish I could have both, but it has to be the Journey Mage since I'm lacking playables. So I'm going to snatch it up here. And then Skizit could be fine, especially if we can kick it. It's just going to be a nice trampler. And can even like serve as a Lava Axe if I need one, so it's actually a nice card. I don't mind main decking. And we probably need to play some junky playables like a copy of Keldon Warcaller or Tolarian Scholar to make this deck happen. Another late Arcane Flight. Could maybe take a Fervent Strike, maybe. Fervent Strike could, again, be very okay, but the fact that it doesn't replace itself is kind of weird. So, I guess this deck isn't really that hyper-aggressive. Maybe we just need to run the double Keldon Warcaller just to have some of these 2-drops early on for our run-amucks. It's kind of sad, though, but it is kind of what we have to do, I think. And then probably need to run 17 lands with double Divination to be safe. Can't even run a 2nd Cyclops, maybe Warcry or Tolarian Scholar could be okay. But we have a bunch of 4s with the Academy Journey. Ooh, Gitu Chronicler. Alright, seems better than Wizard's Retort. Although, let me see here. I guess we have a decent amount of instances and sorceries, and it's still a Wizard to play on turn 2 if we need one. Yeah, it seems better than Wizard's Retort, and again, we don't have really any fixing for it. So that seems like a nice gift. Yep, nope. Maybe Seismic Ship. If we can try something cute, I don't know. Blow up their land, make them unable to block, and smash. But that was a really late Geet Chronicler, so nice gift here. Probably just go 17 lands like this, run a double run amok. This is like another 6 drop. We have like a couple 5 drops and 4 drops, so we just want to curve out consistently and not mess around too much with a low land count. Either way, if we're going to go 16 lands, the only other options are like the Keldon Warcaller, Tolarian Scholar, and some other 4 drops, but our curve is just going to get too clunky. So, yeah, this seems okay. And hopefully these games can go quickly. Alright, let's give this a shot. Again, I don't like the War Callers, but I think we still play them just because we have these double run amucks. So, yeah, let's give this a shot. Mana base. Yeah, I still think we need 8 islands just to hit our 3 drops on curve. Do I go down an extra island though? 10-7 could maybe be the key to this. I do want to hit my 3 drops though, but maybe it's fine. I don't really have any cantrips outside of Warlord's Fury, so it's gonna, and I don't have any ops, so it's gonna be pretty difficult if I don't get my blue mana. But I've actually went 9-8 before, and I've actually ended up in the hands with a bunch of blue, so maybe I can afford to cut 1 island and just go 10-7. Let's try it. The dual land would have actually been really useful. So we can still have like 8 red sources and like, I don't know, 11. I mean, 8 blue sources and 11 red sources. But you gotta take the play moment. Alright, this hand is fine. Let's keep. Still got our blue mana with 7 blue sources, so we're still fine. He could syncopate the Warlord's Fury if he's an asshole. But either way, I have nothing really to play afterwards, so we'll just run out land anyways and do this. Alright. So Jeskai, alright, there's a Tolarian Scholar as a good blocker. Unfortunately, you can't counter it, but yeah, it plays a really good role at defending here, so we can always bounce it later. Now we'll just keep up Syncopate and say go. And yeah, I'll counter that for 2. Fair enough. And then I can bounce this and hit for 2 next turn. Could see a Shivan Fire. But yeah, let's just bounce it. And then we can even kick a Skizix next turn to hit for 5. Or we can bounce again and hit for 5 too. So let's think here. I'm happy to bounce this again, honestly. Or I can do it and hit for 5 and then bounce it later. Nah, let's just do it now since he's light on creatures. We can just annoy the crap out of him. And then next turn we can Skizzik and find sending in the whole team. He can still eat a 2-2, but he'll be taking 6 down to 1. So he probably needs a trade for the 3-2. I guess he could have a second spell here. So if I attack with all 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah, sure. Just put him down to 1. And this trade is fine. And we still have a Goblin Barrage to deal with his final threat, so yeah. Blue-red aggro beats Jeskai control, sure. I guess he was playing Warlord's Fury too, I don't know. Right, D2 Lava Runner, Keldon Warcaller, so we can curve out. Right, seems fine. Opponent's on the play though. We'll still try it. So white, hopefully no Mesa Unicorn. Alright, Urza's Tome, sure. And I can even blow it out with the intervention if it gets annoying. Hopefully get a divination off the top or a spell. Okay, white-red. Not a color combination I encounter too often. Sergeant Arms just blocks everything, and ooh, we have Run Amok. Alright, let's just attack and Run Amok. Catch them off guard. But they probably know about it, but alright, at least we don't have to bounce. Just so good in this. Run Amok is only really good in blue-red. I guess in red-green it can be, but that doesn't happen too often. But yeah, great in blue-red. It's definitely better in Kaldheim for sure. Again, I don't want to bounce this, but I think we have to. Just to apply a little bit more pressure. And he's also stuck on land, so it's not likely he ends up kicking it anytime soon. And I can still offer the 3-2 as a trade. If he wants to spend his whole turn drawing a card, then we can dish out a ton of damage. So now what? I guess we just attack and then run out second Warcaller. You could have double like Gideon's Reproach, but we're still attacking. Yep, there comes the Reproach. And then could see a second one here. Nope, that's fine. And then if he drops this, then we'll just use the Fire Intervention. Baron, alright, Baron's annoying, so we just need to land off the top, and there we go. Land off the top is perfect. So let's just take out Baird, and then we can hit for 6. And wow, we put him down to 4, which is pretty insane. And then we can even give our 2/2s first strike next turn if he plays land and tries to activate the Memorial at instant speed. Yeah, I guess he needs to play out the 2/3. Pretty annoying here. But first things first, let's Divination. And then fine using Warlord's Fury. And then, yeah, let's just attack with Fall. I don't think there's anything for 1 mana that can save him here. So even if he eats one of my 2/2s, he's still taking 4. So, yeah, he's just dead. Wow, yeah. Running double Keldon Warcaller worked. It's kind of silly. So, yeah. Best decks in this format are base blue, blue-red aggro, blue-white aggro, and then blue-black, blue-green control. So you kind of have to know which cards play well in the aggressive decks and which cards play in the controlling decks and which color combinations you should lean towards with your picks. Otherwise, you can just end up with a mess in this format. I mean, the previous draft also just was kind of weird. I knew like blue-red was open-ish, but at the same time, like, you know, I don't know, it just felt like the blue-red control deck was still better than the red-black control deck at the end of the day, so just kind of had to play just a bunch of pile of good cards and try to get away with it. This hand, alright, can keep this. Turn 1 Lava Runner is always nice. Hopefully no fungal infection, but I still need to get an attack. Alright, no fungal infection, so now punished. Skin Witch is nice, alright. That's gonna halt me for a while. Let's just run out the Divination. And then hopefully draw into some more goodies. I can actually Goblin Barrage this and hit for 2 next turn, which I don't think is unreasonable. And then we can always Fire Fist Adept, use it on the Skittering Surveyor, just to crash in for 2. Or Shivan Fire. I guess we can Shivan Fire for 5 mana eventually and deal 4. So I think we just barrage and hit for 2. I could also Academy Journey Drake, but I might want to kick that. Let's just deal with this and hit for 2, since every damage does matter. And then we can still Fire Fist Adept, deal with the Skittering Surveyor, and maybe attack next turn. Can also kick a Shivan Fire, probably kick it here on the 3/3 then. Yep, and then we can still smash for 2. Wow, respecting the 2/2. Alright. That's fine. So I'm probably just going to run out this Fire Fist Adept. I could also keep up a Syncopate, maybe that's better. Yeah, maybe that's better, since he's bound to have something that can block the deal with the Fire Fist Adept in this weird deck of his, so I'm fine just countering whatever he plays. Even if it's a Skin Witch. Right, Soul Salvage, we can X equals 4 on that. Or X equals 5. Yeah, we might as well X equals 5 to prevent him from getting back his stuff. I guess I could have played around his own Syncopate, but by doing this we can slow him down. And then we can kick a Academy Drake here next turn to get a 4/4 at least to try to fly over and maybe win. And hope he's out of removal. Right? Never mind. Well. So this is the awkwardness of sometimes not getting your stuff against a control deck. You just alright, Academy Journey Mage isn't bad, so we can bounce the Deathloom Valid. And then I'm fine running out land because he's just gonna, if he top decks a Skin Witch, I might as well not give him the extra land, so we'll say go. Then he can run out the Thallid, we can kill it, and then maybe trade the Journey Mage for it. Gitu Chronicler is interesting too, but I still think we Fire Fist Adept here, and we just trade. And we might want to get the Divination just to have more card advantage. And the trade here is fine. Take out the Surveyor. And say go. Probably don't want removal. I could also Warlord's Fury first to see what's up. Maybe that's fine. Can run out land, can run out the Chronicler. And then probably kick it for Divination. Yeah, we'll probably just grab a Divination here. If it could go face, that would be nice, but that's not the case. Please no Soul Salvage. Rona is pretty good, and you can get back Skittering Surveyor. Alright. So seeing the nice powerful value of the Dimir control decks. Gets a land to thin out his library, so maybe need to find an answer to Rona, but first things first, let's Divination. Just a bunch of lands. Alright, we'll attack for 3 and offer to trade. And just keep playing our stuff. We do have the Jin, which can help us finish the game, but opponent can also just activate Rona to start drawing cards, and hopefully he just misses. Eviscerate's a sweet one, so rip Fire Fist Adept, but I can still attack for 2. Alright, that's another Drake, so that's awesome. Let's attack with both, I think. In case he has something. So you could have a Fungal Infection here, decides to chump instead. Very interesting. Alright, let's run out land, let's kick the Drake. He's going to activate Rona, but I'm hoping he whiffs. I guess he'll lose the blocker, so he might need to keep this back at instant speed to block the Ward Caller. But, I mean, he might as well do it now. Mesa Unicorn's a good one. So that's kind of annoying, especially with the life gain, so... Guardians of Koilos. He can just replay to get back to Skittering Surveyor. Right, I guess I'll just hit for 4 and trade for the 2/2, or block it with the 1/3 Pride trade. Just so he can't keep gaining life constantly. Any historic cards I need to worry about? Probably not. I'm fine with double block. And hope this, yep, this resolves good. Opponent's going to run out Rona, get back to Surveyor, and take it from there. I do have a second Divination, also have another Academy Drake. I mean, not Academy Drake, but Academy Journey Mage to also maybe balance, but I don't think that's really that good. I kind of need like a run amok next turn to win the game. Another Mesa Unicorn, alright. No run amok, but I still think we hit for 4, and it's still 2-turn clock. So let's smash and hope this resolves. Alright, so just run out the land and say go. Block the 2-2, and yeah, hope he doesn't get anything crazy off the top. But yeah. Alright, there's Demon Lord Belzen lock, but he can just die by casting Demon Lord, so I'm hoping he whiffs here. Wow. Alright, sweet. He killed himself by cast. He should have attacked with the 2-2 first, for sure. And then he could have gotten the removal spell. So he should attack with the 2-2, gain the 2 life, and then use a Demon Lord afterwards. But the fact that he didn't cost him the game, since he was just gonna take the, he was just gonna lose the life. Oh wow! All right, that was a close match. Opponent almost got me, but luckily he messed up that final play. So it's kind of fun playing with other people. But that was kind of hilarious. But anyways, yeah, cool deck. Opponent, if you're watching this, cool deck. Really cool deck. But we'll keep playing. There's a Kellen Warcaller. Yeah, we'll try it. And then there's also Run Amok if he has a big blocker. 2 Run Amoks, in fact. So hopefully he doesn't have any instinct to blow me out here. Alright. Arcanist is annoying. I'm still going to attack here and hope he thinks I'm faking it. Alright. We get rewarded. And this does slow him down so he doesn't get the mana advantage. I'm still attacking into this, but I'm hoping he doesn't have a Shivan Fire. I still think I have to go for it here, otherwise it's going to be hard to deal with later. I could also let it happen because there is a slight pause. So I'm going to just let this happen and run out a second Warcaller actually, because I feel like he could have a Shivan Fire here. And that can really punish me, so yeah. Alright, we played around it at least. Since there's a pause, I'm kind of concerned about using Run Amok into open mana. Alright, Ali's is good, so we kind of need to race against this. We can bounce back Ali's, I guess, but it also has haste, but never mind, we need a wizard. So I guess we attack and just attempt to Run Amok and hope we don't get blown out by Shivan Fire. Alright, let's go. Icy Manipulator is a bomb. I do want to use this on the Alice, but I gotta shut down the Icy Manipulator, I think. Although I could still, I guess I need to run this out as well, just to get the discount for Academy Journey Mage next turn. So I'll probably move to combat. Yeah, if I had to run this out because I do need to play this out next turn and develop the board state, otherwise I'm not doing anything. Okay, Goblin Barrage is pretty good. I could also bounce. Yeah, let's just kill this now. And hope it resolves. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, into open mana you could have easily have Blink of an Eye. Yeah, this really blows me out here. And he still gets to tap my guy down. I should have been a little bit more careful. Okay. Right, should have maybe Journey Mage instead. But at least I forced him to waste his mana now. But the Adel leads into like a hasty Lava Runner can be a problem. Medallion Arcanist, kind of annoying. Okay, I can intervention this at least, and still block. I guess this is a window to do so. Yep, we're probably gonna lose this because I didn't play around the blink of an eye. So I should have maybe Journey Mage Adelies, but I guess he would have had anyways. I'm not sure. Probably fine bouncing the 1-3 and attacking for 2. And then maybe trading for the Journey Mage. And then maybe double blocking this in case he has some trick. Yeah, if he casts a bunch of instances here, we're screwed, so let's just double block this. Hopefully no run amok. Alright, if it's a removal spell, at least this both trades, or I guess if he uses a removal spell here, we're in trouble. Alright. At least it only kills one of them, unless he has another instant here. Alright, just takes out my 3-2. Not the worst, but still pretty bad. Alright, let's just Journey Mage here, and then just do the same thing. Bounce the 1-3, attack for 2, or just stay back, but I don't know. I'm probably not gonna win this at 13 life. I'm just gonna call it. Can he counter this? I guess he has a syncopate. Oh no, I'll just play it out. Hit for 2. And then he's probably gonna have another trick, and then if I double block, I'm just gonna get blown out and lose. So 2 instances here, I'm just gonna lose here. There's not much I can do. Opponent just has a better deck, and that's what happens. This card is kind of junky, but the Manipulator really wastes my entire turns. That card really messed me up. I guess if I survive this turn and I kick a Drake and he has nothing, we're good. If he does this, then I can at least chump, which is also not the worst. Never mind. Alright, he has it. Alright, our first lost. It seems like everyone knows the secret to this format. So, when you just have the better deck and you know the secret, then yeah, you're good. We don't have Adelies in our deck, unfortunately. Unlike the previous one, but still solid blue-red. Adeles. I think it's Adeles. Adeles the Cinderwind, yeah. Not Adeles, Adeles. Adeles the Cinderwind, that's how you pronounce it. Adeles. Alright, remember that. Adeles. Alright, 3-1, let's keep playing. Well, this hand is interesting. No early 1-drops and a run amok, which is kind of awkward. I might actually mulligan this hand. This hand is not better, but I think I can keep it. What do I bottom? Maybe the Cyclops, although Cyclops is fine. I guess this is our 4-drop if we pick up a Wizard, so let's ditch the Cyclops here. So both slow hands. I don't really want to Chronicler in my opening hand. It is a good blocker, but it's something I want to kick on turn 6 as we draw a Chronicler, but I'm not going to run it out here. There's other Wizards we can draw into. So won't be surprised if this is another blue-red deck. Ooh, blue-green, alright. Tetsuko, that's a good one. With Saproings is pretty powerful. So hopefully we can draw into some lands and maybe take it from there. Divination, alright. So, yeah, this might be a game where I need to run out the Gitu Chronicler, but probably not, just run out the War Caller for now, And even if I get a land, I can still like deal with the Academy Journey Mage. I'll be taking 1 per turn though. This is a pretty sad 2-drop, but have to play it nonetheless. Bailoff Gorger. I'm hoping I can get a land to bounce. Let's see. Alright, land is good, so now I can bounce the Bailoff Gorger to send him back, and also hit for 2. The sad thing is that he could kick this later for a higher mana cost, but I'm hoping he just runs it out again. But we can set him, we can time walk him essentially with the Journey Mage, so that's good. Still attacks, okay. So now what we can use kicked Shivan Fire instead of Intervention. Although this has more flexibility, maybe it's still the right thing to do. Just do this, and then we can still keep up a 2 mana Shivan Fire if we want to, and we can still smash for 5. Hopefully no Multani, Tatiova, but I can kill it. But he's probably going to play a land and draw a card here. Yeah, that's a must kill. So we're not going to mess around, and we're just going to Shivan Fire down the way ASAP next turn. There's no Syncopate here that can mess with me, so let's just get rid of it now. Then fine running out land and then attacking for 5 looks mighty fine. And hope he doesn't drop anything large. Since I don't have any Blink of an Eyes in this deck, it can be kind of awkward. I probably still need to grab a Shivan Fire or Fire Intervention. Karn, alright, sets me a whole turn back, so that's gonna mess me up. Alright, that's really powerful. So he gets a free extra turn. Yep. So he gets to draw more stuff, and while plays a Multani. So I might just have to good game here, unless I can get another Academy Journey Mage. No Journey Mage, so I probably need to kick the Gitu Chronicler and get a Divination to get a way out of this. So let's kick it. Yeah, the only way out is to draw into another Journey Mage, I think. Intervention's not going to do it. I probably need to take 9 next turn too, just to preserve my creatures to deal as much damage as possible. But yeah, opponent has a really nice Sultai deck. Multani, Tatiova, Divination's op. This card's okay. It's good with Saprolings, but outside of it isn't great. Alright, Ancient Animus. So we'll be taking 10 next turn. So we need to find a way to bounce Multani and get in for maybe 3. It kind of sucks because 3 is not a lot of damage. Who even Nicey Manipulator, never mind, this opponent's deck is just busted. Yeah, good games. Yeah, just way too much. It's pretty insane. Alright. Alright, that's another loss. So, welcome to Premier Draft Dominaria. So just need to, at least we just need 1 more wins to make up our gems. And since we have 2 losses, hopefully our opponents are a lot easier. But man, that deck was so strong. Holy crap. I think that was the strongest deck I've seen today out of all of our opponents. Alright, let's do it again. Haven't seen the Jhin yet, funny enough. Our Jhin is still hiding somewhere. Maybe we can see him in this next match. Even managed to cast a Karn's Temporal Sun Ring to time walk us, essentially. Alright, well, it's not the most amazing hand, but it's one of the ones I think I still have to keep. I mean, I could still mulligan here and hope for a 1-drop. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Let's try it. Alright, this hand isn't any better, but we'll keep, and then maybe Chronicler just has to go. And we'll try out something like this. Got our blue mana at least, so we can at least curve out. Right, double Akami Drake is nice. Deathloom Thal just trades. Alright, I guess I'll just stay back, and then I don't want to trade 3 for 2, so I'll just run this out, trade here, and then maybe run out second Akami Drake and try to win the game in the skies. I do want to kick one eventually, but 7 mana is a lot to kick. Alright, I guess we can even double spell, maybe. Sure, let's move the combat. Attack. Probably see a rebuke or intervention. Yep, I mean, I keep saying intervention because I keep thinking it's Wanderer's intervention, but it's in fact Gideon's reproach. This is fine. He can also get his creatures back with Memorial, so if he's able to just stabilize, then he's good. Journey Mage is nice, so probably want to bounce the Deathloom Thallid. And then probably fine attacking with both. And then probably take 4. I guess he can deal 2 damage to me. I should have been careful. Maybe I do trade here. Opponent doesn't do anything. I guess I can bounce the 2/2 now. As opposed to the 4/2. And then I can still trade Akami Journey Mage for this, which I'm totally fine with. Another Reproach. Or I guess but Rite of Bells and Lock could be kind of annoying here. Nope. That's fine. Ooh, Urgaros. Alright, that's scary. But I guess I'm fine playing out my stuff because he can't make me discard. I guess he can draw a card off of it. Alright, that's kind of annoying, but I think we still kick a Skizzik, and if I attack with all, what happens? He's guaranteed to take 8 if he gets a good block, 9, 10, 11, so I can put him down to 1. I think I actually do it here. Just because it's so much damage. And he would need to keep another blocker back. Alright, that's a good trade, and it also tramples over, so... Opponent down to 2, so alright. Happy that the opponent actually made a trade there. But yeah, chaining Journey Mage is really powerful. And yeah, as long as there was no Urza's Ruinous Blast, we were good, so yeah. Just run them over. Alright, so 4 and 3, so this is kind of my win rate with Dominaria. It's just mostly just been okay. Unlike our first draft, most of the drafts I've been doing yesterday were mostly just 4 and 3 or 3 and 3. But yeah, there's a lot of good drafters at the table, and sometimes you just don't get all the optimal cards, but right, maybe our Jhin can show up in the next game. He's hiding somewhere. Or maybe I'm just playing the games too quickly that he's too afraid to come out and help us. There's a weird picture at the bottom of this screen here. I guess it says offline. That's weird. I guess there's something wrong with the internet. I don't know. This hand is not amazing, but I can keep with a Shivan Fire, I guess, and Academy Drake. I do need to draw into a Wizard, so maybe I still mulligan. I mean, I'm on the draw. I'm going to try it. I'm tired of mulliganing here, honestly. I'm just hoping for an early Wizard that I can help ramp out my Academy Journey Mage with. Relic Runner can maybe eat a bullet here. It's fine. Divination is nice. Alright, and this is cool for maybe next turn. I'm still going to run out the Academy Drake, I think. Knight of Malice, alright. Gotta be careful of Calico Skin Witch here, since that's 5 mana, so we'll just take attack for 2 and say go. And we can even bounce this if we want to. Ooh, okay. Definitely no blocks, and this is only for attacking creatures, so I can't use it on defense. Sphinx, yeah. I could just run amok against that, honestly. I think that's probably what I want to do, since I don't really want to bounce and give him extra scries, although he did scry already. So maybe it's fine, I just want to develop the board state. Sure. Yeah, I just want to get more creatures out to pummel him with, so... But he does get scry value, funny enough. If I get another land, I can Journey Mage and then run amok. Otherwise, it's probably just run amok here. Interesting attack. Barrage is pretty nice. So I probably want to barrage this instead of bouncing it to deny him the scry. And then I guess I don't have any good attacks on the ground still. So this is awkward. I guess I just run another Academy Journey Mage and hit for 2 and then barrage next turn. And hope for a land drop. It's definitely one of these two here. Yeah, I mean I could save this for something else. But if I'm able to barrage and run amok with everything, then that's really awesome, so let's just do this instead. Yeah, more scry value, but we just want to, again, just waste his turns and poke in. So now the opponent might have some mana up to do some silly things, like maybe a fungal infection or even vicious offering, which can kind of be annoying. So I need a land here. A land here would be pretty nice. So give me a land game. Right, land is awesome. So now what? We can play land and Goblin Barrage. The Cloud Reader Sphinx. And since it's resolved pretty quickly, maybe I can kind of assume I can run amok here. So I'm going to do it. Sure, I get blown out, but that's fine if he has it. But everything resolves so quickly that this is okay. Yeah, it just resolves so quickly, so no indication that he has a combat trick. And now he's down to 2, so that's good. And now he's just dead if I swing all out, so... Grindy format, but the Blue-Red Wizards deck definitely can screw you up. Time of Ice is not going to do it. So yep, so now we're 5 and 2, so sweet. This deck has the potential to get there. If I didn't have the Run Amok active, that would be pretty annoying, since I also wouldn't be able to keep up Syncopate, and he could have a Time of Ice me, so that was a really good top deck. Alright, just 2 more wins and we should be good. But we got back most of our gems, and yeah, we're climbing. We're getting there. Yeah, Warcaller's fine. Hopefully draw into a land. And there's our Zahid, our Jin, which, you know, wants to hide away from us, but maybe this game we can cast it. Assuming, again, we can hit our land drops and get to the late game. Ooh, Warlord's Fury, but probably still run the 2-drop first. And if we miss our land drop, probably just run the Warlord's Fury and hope to get there. Could see a Vicious Offering. A Fungal Plot, so a Black-Green Saplings deck, and that's a really nice gift. The land is good. So just Divination and hit for 2. So Self-Mill could be pretty good in this deck, like this, the Windgrace Acolyte. See a Vicious Offering probably. Yeah, he was hovering over at the previous match. Alright, fair enough. But Rampaging Cyclops can now get in the fray. And I can even run on a Kami Journey Mage next turn if I need to. Does he have any Eviscerate? We'll see. Nothing. Alright, so first things first, let's just Warlord's Fury. And then probably find casting Divination, since if it's single red and I draw a Gitu Lava Runner, it can hit for 2. No Lava Runner, unfortunately, but we can still hit for 4, which is fine. And yeah, no Saprolings here, so we can attack. And yeah, he could have a Fungal Infection, but that's fine. It's still going to hit for 3. He just wants to get this down for maybe a second Vicious Offering, I'm assuming. And if he does it, that's fine. Yep. I guess I can run out to Jin finally, while the opponent is stuck. Alright, finally you can get in there. It's been so long, but here you are, so beautiful and magnificent. Knight of Malice, so I can maybe set up some wizards against it. So, ooh, I can also just kick a Drake. Yeah, why not just kick a Drake? And if I get 9 mana, I guess I can... If I get 8 mana, I can run Journey Mage. No, I would have to run this first and then Journey Mage, so never mind. I guess I can just run amok here. And that's it. So yeah, let's just not waste any time. And he's just dead. So I managed to beat the black-green Saprolings deck. And then one more win and we can get up to 7, so hopefully we can get there. So I have a few minutes left, but let's go. Yep, only a few minutes of recording. I don't think I can get through it in time, but I'm hoping my opponents can play quickly and I can load this up quickly. So let's go again. I don't know, did my software program lag out? Not sure. I have 7 minutes of recording left. Hopefully these games go by quick. This hand's awkward, but I think I'm gonna keep, since I have a 2-drop. Candle on 2, sure. Alright, Fire Fist Adept, so we just need to hit our wizard or land to develop our Academy Journey Mages. There's our Sahid, which has been hiding, but yeah, this is awkward if I don't get my lands. Could see a Syncopate here, which I'm fine with. Yep, really scared of 2-drop, alright. Yeah, this hand has potential, but we need some wizards. Alright, at least the land is fine. Imagine if we had a wizard, we could play this out on turn 5, but opponent's also stuck. Alright, we can eventually get there. Zahid, you can do it. Maybe I do just run out a Journey Mage for the hell of it. And I think in this scenario I do. It's pretty sad, but we can maybe chain these together. Wow, nothing? Okay. I guess I can Divination now. So let's Divination first. And we can keep up a Syncopate for 2. So let's attack. Opponent missed 2 land drops, so again we can take advantage of his misses. Wow, misses again, so this is going to be a pretty quick game. He needs a discard. Wow, I guess I can kill the Blood Tallow Candle. I mean, if I run out the Jin, it could be reasonable. I think I just go for it, and he either has a counterspell or he doesn't. And he doesn't, since he didn't have it for the 3-2, so this is probably a quick match. Could see Eviscerate on the Jin. Fair enough. And then, probably no need to intervention now. I guess I can still run out the Drake and keep up Syncopates, which is probably the right thing to do. finally gets his lands, but I can counter something for 2. And I will counter that for 2. Or I can bounce it back. If I bounce, yeah, I'll just bounce it back. If he has one more land, he can get a candle, but we're just going to tempo him out here. And yep, just a little bit too late. Sweet, so we got 7 and 2 with our blue-red Wizards deck. Without Atlas, but yeah. That's awesome. So 2 7-win drafts for this video today, and then we also got a 3 4 and 3 with another blue-red that was less good than this one. But in our final games, we finally got to cast our Jhin twice, which was our I think pack 1 pick 2. Our pack 1 pick 1 was Urgros that we had to abandon because the pack was just really bad. But yeah, that was really awesome. So nice, went 7 and 2. And then, yeah, for the final content in this video, I guess I'll just crack some packs of Dominaria. But I don't think I need to go over this deck, since I have plenty of, I do have plenty of videos on this set already, if you look at my history. So let's collect our packs before the time runs out, and I have 3 minutes left to maybe go over everything. So let's click this. Although I have 10 already, let's just open 10 of them. Some nice sweet gems. And then pack 1 pick 1 Dominaria. We have Tatiova as a bomb, so that's an easy pick. Weight of Memory is the second best card, but it's just okay. It's worse than Divination in my opinion. Wrath Capuchin is excellent, and blue-white is a good deck to be in. Nothing good at common here. I would still maybe take a Blink of an Eye over Wrath Capuchin pack 1 pick 1, since I don't want to force myself in blue-white, but it's blue-white's a good deck, and Wrath is also an excellent reason to be in blue-white. We'll take Knight of Malice over Cap, since it's single color and just an excellent 2-drop. Dark Bargain is also fine too. Elfhame Druid, easy Elfhame. Fungal Infection, also an overperformer, but still Elfhame over this by miles. Alright, Song of Freyalise is also a Mythic Uncommon, is the best green uncommon in this set. A lot of Mythic Uncommons, green has Song of Freyalise, plus the Spore Crown Thallid, but this is definitely way better than the Spore Crown Thallid. Black has Eldest Reborn, and I guess the Knight of Malice. White has the Knight of Grace, and on Sarah's Wings. Red has a bunch of good removal, but most notably Fight with Fire has the best one, and then blue has a bunch of them. Impulse's Clutches, obviously. So this is almost like Neon Dynasty, where all the uncommons, it's a set based on uncommons over most of the rares and the commons. So you can see how Neon Dynasty evolved from this set with the sagas and all the powerful uncommons that are like hidden gems or like hidden gold rares. But this is still the set that I think made Dominaria what it is. I mean, made Neon Dynasty what it is today. So 2 excellent, great sets, but Dominaria is definitely the godfather, and Neon Dynasty our new iteration, which is really awesome. Both of these sets are great, man. Look, Wizard has been killing it with limited. Anyways, I'm just gonna call it. The video's over. I don't have enough time in my video, but thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys enjoy my content. And as always, have a wonderful one. So bye.